like that. Woo! What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all of our YouTube videos. Hit that like button as y'all come in here. Hit the share, the subscribe as well. Hit the Cash App, which is $ BJ Matthews. Again, $ BJ Matthews. Shout out to all of our member badges right now who are part of the Pull Up Basketball family. Yet again, if you guys do not have your membership badge, it's very imperative that you guys get that quick, fast, in a hurry. We have a lot of great perks coming. We have another interview coming in the next few days with a Clipper figure. So make sure you guys tap in with your boy and make sure y'all get those membership badges so y'all do not lose access to our videos. Don't lose access to the things that we offer, content, the YouTube shorts that I'm posting on the Clipper page, such as shoot-arounds with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Bones Highland. I've had a few. The next one I'm gonna probably have is James Harden in his shoot around practice. So make sure y'all continuously tap in and check out those YouTube shorts on the Pull Up Basketball Podcast page, as well as follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We have all of our other content. And make sure you guys, continuously share the podcast and subscribe. Let's get it popping with LA Clipper Talk. Let's go through some of these comments right now. Shout out to start from the top. My man Allen NG said it's Ty's trying to sabotage the season because he didn't get the extension. We're gonna talk about that. Shout out to Eloquence is Key. Salute to you. She said we'll be fine. Tough loss, but it showed that we can compete. After we get the kinks worked out, we are going to be a tough squad to beat. Shout out to you, definitely. Mike 2X was good, my brother. He said we signed a world champion, BJ. Now we actually can win games with Daniel Tice. I think that's a strong pickup for us. We're gonna talk about that as well. But Neat said, we suck. I know it's early, but it's going to get very frustrating. I thought we should start fast this year. We are 3-7. No championship team starts the season like that. Shout out to you. What's good, Almighty Finesse? What's good with you? The Clippers got Daniel Tyson, another potential Hall of Famer. Shout out to you. Yes, this Bernice said, like the stream is free. Said, well, I'm trolling. What up, y'all? What's good? What's good? Almighty Finesse, y'all need to start winning. Absolutely. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight said, yo, go Lakers, even though we are losing. Hey, shout out to Laker fan. Appreciate you. I like to have people of different teams on the stream. So make sure you guys, if you guys are Laker fans, whatever, make sure you guys always feel free to pop in here. You know what I'm saying? We're a basketball channel that supports all teams, but we are talking about the LA Clippers tonight. We got 15 people who have over 15 likes. All right, let's get into LA Clipper business. All right. So we are talking about the recap of yesterday's game between the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. The Clippers did end up being nailed out 108 to 111. Let me go out and pull up my screen, share the screen with y'all so y'all can see what's going on. All right, let me go out and pull this out for y'all so y'all can see the entire screen. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see it. All right, let's go into it, man. Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all can see it. Give me a thumbs down if y'all can. Give me that thumbs up, thumbs down. If y'all can see my screen. Let me hear it. If y'all can see my stream, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, thumbs up from Beneath. Appreciate you. Salute the realest. Salute BJ in the chat. Appreciate you coming in, my guy. All right, so let's get to it, man. Let's get straight to it. Breakdown: LA Clippers versus Denver Nuggets last night. The Clippers fall at 3-7 to the Denver Nuggets 9-2. And if we go into the statistics and the stats, we can go right to that. They lost 108 to 111 to the Denver Nuggets in a hard fought out game, grind out game. You know what I'm saying? Look at the team stats right here. The Nuggets were able to shoot better from the 2, 53%, 43% for the Clippers. The Clippers shot better from the 3, 44% to the Denver Nuggets, 34%. From the free throw line, the Clippers beat them 87 to 78%. So from the shooting percentage, the Clippers did shoot the Denver Nuggets. From the rebounding standpoint, the Clippers were able to out-rebound them 42 to 36. The Clippers beat them on the offensive boards. And then the defensive boards, the Nuggets won by 2 rebounds. Assists went to the Denver Nuggets, of course, because they moved the ball around 26 to 21. Vice versa, us that we like to do ISO ball. Blocks went to the Denver Nuggets 1-2. Steals went to the Clippers 10-4 because they were getting after it on the defensive end. and they were rotating, they were switching, all that good stuff, and they were putting the pressure on the Denver Nuggets. The turnovers went to the Clippers, surprisingly, with 10 turnovers to the 14 turnovers for the Denver Nuggets. Points in the paint was the big thing. The Nuggets went 58 to 34. They beat us out by 24 rebounds or 24 points in the paint, which definitely kind of stretched the momentum out for them in their favor. So just looking at the team stats alone, the Nuggets and the Clippers kind of even each other out in the statistics, right? So it was a pretty even out game. Now, of course, the reffing, we're going to talk about that because I know a lot of people have concerns about that, but the reffing was definitely questionable. Shout out to my man, hey, October very own, my guy, my barber, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, October's very own, you know what I'm saying? B Jizzle, my guy, yes, sir, yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in. He said Harden playing smooth, but who they gonna move to the bench? We're gonna talk about all that, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. 24 people in the building. We have over 24 likes. All right, this LA Clipper talk. But like basically he's coming out saying basically the stats were pretty even. We're gonna talk about the referee and how that went. But let's go into the numbers. Let's go into the individual stats. So I'm gonna bring out the actual real big screen so y'all can see the stats and the statistics and all that stuff. All right, let me pull it out right here. Nuggets, Denver Nuggets versus the Clippers. Find these statistics, man, so y'all can see. All right, box score. All right, so if we compare and contrast, let's look at the Clippers side right now. PG played the starters. Start off with the starters. PG had 40 minutes. Let me put this. All right, 40 minutes. He had 35 points. PG definitely was the best player on the Clippers last night. Shot 13 for 26 from the field, 50%. 4 for 11 from the three-point line, which is below average. And then 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 1 turnover. So pretty all-around great game from PG outside of three-point shooting. Kawhi had another inefficient night from the field, 15 points, 5 for 14 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 5 steals. That was definitely something that Kawhi was playing defense, but offensively, he was not really he had it going. Visca Zubac, 26 minutes, 2 for 8 from the field, with 9 points, but 13 rebounds. That's exactly what we wanted to see from Zubac, 13 rebounds. Westbrook, 24 minutes, 4 for 12 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 8 points. Very quiet night for Russell Westbrook on the offensive end. Did make some, good plays. He had 3 turnovers. He led the team in turnovers with Kawhi Leonard. If you look at James Harden, he had 35 minutes, 7 for 15 from the field, a little bit under 50%, 3 for 8 from the three-point line, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He had 21 points, definitely his best game as a Clipper. So let's stop right there for a minute and let's kind of get into it. So as far as the individual stats for the Clippers on the starting position, James Harden probably much had his best game. Ty Lue came out and said that James Harden needs to be more aggressive on the offensive end. He definitely did that, especially in that third quarter where he had, some very, very key baskets. Had a 3-point shot, step back, got to the rim a number of times, things of that nature. Because it was definitely his best game all around, right? Missed a couple easy layups, but as far as him being comfortable with the offense, he was definitely more aggressive. And as y'all can see with James Harden, he still is able to draw attention and draw fouls from players that have to guard him and have to foul him. So that's something I feel like why we got Harden in the half court. I'm gonna talk a little bit about more of that later. PG definitely on his bully mode. Pretty much nobody can guard him. KCP, Michael Porter Jr. No one can guard Paul George on the other end. Kawhi Leonard definitely had an offensive quiet night, but defensively he was very, very effective. Russ, we're gonna get into Russ as well about what he has been doing and what I feel about him in the long run as far as the duration of the season, and some truths we're going to come out with Russell Westbrook that I have to be very honest about. So as far as the starters, that's what the starters production was. Now off the bench, you had Norman Powell. Shout out to Norman Powell, San Diego, native, had 14 points, 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, hit some big clutch threes to get in the fourth quarter. Had a pretty he did a pretty good job what he does, which is score the ball. 26 minutes, 14 points. PJ Tucker, 21 minutes, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 2 for 3 from the field, 5 rebounds, and also he was able to guard Jokic in that third and fourth quarter. He did a pretty, good job with Jokic, keeping him away from the paint, being physical like he always is. I think this was probably PJ Tucker's best defensive game, just because of the responsibility and what he had to deal with. He did a pretty good job with Jokic. Terrence Mann had 28 minutes. He did not score a point, but what he did do is he had 5 assists and 6 rebounds. Like I said, when it comes to Terrence Mann, you cannot look at the box score. You got to look at the possessions he has and the winning plays he makes, and who he makes better on the court. Simply just of his impact. That's how I rate Terrence Mann. Now, if we go to the other side, the Denver Nuggets, and we see what their production was from the starters, you got 4 guys in double figures. Or I'm sorry, 5 guys in double figures, including Christian Brown. Now, I mentioned the Nuggets' offensive system. This is what a system looks like. A system looks like when you're able to spread the wealth around with your players. A system looks like you have a lot of efficiency. The Nuggets shot 53% from the field yesterday. That goes to a system. A system is when your best player, like Nikola Jokic, can sit down, and your starters and your bench players can actually hold the fort down. I don't think the Clippers even got more than a 7-point lead against the Denver Nuggets yesterday, or a 7 or 9-point lead, even with Jokic being out. Right? Jokic played 36 minutes. He had an inefficient game shooting, 8 for 23 from the field, 2 for 7 from the three-point, but he got 14 free throws, which we're going to talk about in a second. He had 16 rebounds and 9 assists with 32 points. So half of his points came from that free throw line. More than half of his points came from that free throw line. Right? So that helped him out. You had Aaron Gordon, who had 20 points. Aaron Gordon, for whatever reason, always has a field day on the Clippers. He's able to always have his, his way as far as, the power forward position, whether it be a mismatch or him being able to, crash the boards or cut. He just seems to have a very, very productive game when he plays the Clippers. Michael Porter Jr., I'm not really looking at Michael Porter Jr. as a threat. 4 for 11 from the field, 2 for 8 from the three-point line, 10 points. He's just a guy that's going to get up shots. I mean, I don't trust him to, carry no real significant offense other than just catch and shoot. 3-point. That's his role with the Nuggets. KCP, 9 points, 2 for 3 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, very quiet. But the guy that I was very, very impressed with, and this is a former Clipper, shout out to this man, Reggie Jackson, 30 minutes, 18 points, 7-11 from the field goal percentage, and he shot 4 for 6 from the free throw line, missing those last 2 free throws. But let me say something about that, and we're going to talk about this as well. Let me go into some of these comments so I can kind of check what y'all reading, what y'all saying. Ricky J said Kawhi needs rest. Playing every game ain't for him. No, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's what it is. I'm gonna share my opinion, but I don't think that's what it is at all. He said I heard that Kawhi might leave the Clippers next season. If they don't perform, I think he's out. He said Senator Jr. said he might, and it really doesn't matter. The roster is getting stale. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Mike 2X said finally PJ hit some shots and Zoo grabbing rebounds. See, and we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. I'll bring y'all in. So that was the bench, and that was the starters for the Denver Nuggets and the Clippers. I'm not gonna go into the bench for the Denver Nuggets because they're kind of just, role players outside of Christian Brown. They're just kind of just young guys. But that again goes back to the system the Nuggets have. That no matter who you put in it, if it's well-oiled machine, you just got to replace the player that's in front of you, right? That's what a system does. So if you watch the game, and I'm gonna start with Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson had 18 points and shot 7 for 11 from the field, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Reggie has looked, if y'all don't remember, Reggie Jackson with the Clippers, and he only had 2 turnovers. He played 30 minutes, so he had the ball in his hand quite a bit. But if you guys have been watching Reggie Jackson this season with the Nuggets, he hasn't been doing the same boneheaded stuff as he was with the Clippers. He wasn't. He's not turned the ball over. He's not taking a lot of bad inefficient shots. He's playing like he has some sense, and that just goes to show you how a coach and how a system matters and can actually elevate a player, right? I'm gonna go into some of my main points. So I want y'all to watch a video, um, a little short clip about what Kenny Smith had to say about the loss the Clippers had last night, and what needs to change and who needs to change, if we want to actually win a championship. So it's going to be a little long. It's about 6 minutes and 47 seconds. The TNT crew spoke on it. All right. So let me take this off so y'all can kind of see what's going on. All right. So we got 49 people in here. We get 49 likes. We give them 49 likes up, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. I put a poll inside. I said, who is to blame for the Clippers losing streak so far, this 6-game losing streak? The choices are James Harden, Ty Lue, Kawhi and PG, or Lawrence Frank. All right, those are the 4 options. You guys check that out and go ahead and vote in that poll. I'm going to some of these comments before I give my salute and let y'all in. Salute to my man OC Love, salute PJ, and pull up to everybody in the chat. Bubba said Kawhi can't play the 4. He's more impactful at 3. All right, let's talk about this real quick. So let's talk about the video. Now, that's the TNT crew with Shaq, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley. That's the TNT crew. They gave their emphasis on the Clippers last night, what's been happening. Each one of them spoke outside of Ernie Johnson, detailed of what they felt the Clippers' problem was. Charles Barkley went first by saying the reason why, a few reasons, is that when they took out Russell Westbrook out the game, specifically, that's when they lost the lead. When they were up by, I believe, 7 points, they took Russell Westbrook and put James Harden. I'm going to talk about that. They also felt that he felt like the Clippers are too small with their size because they gave it up to the Sixers with Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, Morris, and KJ Martin. That's what they're struggling with, is basically size. Well, if we go into the stat sheet, and then, you know what I'm saying, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. If you go into the stat sheet, since he wants to say that size was the problem, look at the breakdown of the team stats right here with the rebounding. The Clippers out-rebound them 42-36. Out-rebound them 42-36. Now, points in the paint went to the Nuggets for a big emphasis because Nikola Jokic is who he is. Sometimes with players, you're going to have to face a player out of one night, like 1 or 2 nights out the season, that's just going to be, a great player is just going to be a legend. There's a few of them: Steph Curry, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, are some of the guys you face that you just gotta let them be great, let them be legends. That's who they are. That's why they're going to be in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. So you're going to run into those type of players at time to time. But for him to say that the size matters out for that one game, and then he asked, well, what other players in the Western Conference he going to go up against? Anthony Davis was on his list, but that's only 2 players. And when we play the Lakers, that doesn't really make a difference who's on the court. As a matter of fact, when we play small against the Lakers, we tend to usually beat them. Like, the Lakers haven't been a problem for us in the last 3 seasons. So the only real trouble out west at that position is going to be Jokic. But that's the guy we have to go through to win a championship, right? So that's what Charles Barkley said was the size. If you go over to Shaquille O'Neal, he speaks on one of the things I liked what he said. He highlighted was the Clippers, that they always come back from behind. They play this hero ball, which is going to highlight my point later on in this video. But Shaq said that he does not like the Clippers always coming back from behind playing that hero ball. Is the same thing I've been echoing over the last season that the Clippers tend to do, to dig themselves into a hole because of one reason and one reason only. Right? And then the big thing that I want to echo is what Kenny Smith said. He said that it's not the players, it's now on Ty Lue to create an offense that's suitable for that team. You watch the Clippers offense compared to the Denver Nuggets last night. You see Denver has an actual offense scheme, whether Jokic is in there or not. to get their team good, quality, efficient shots. The Clippers, what do? A lot of handoffs, a lot of ISO ball, a lot of, kick out to the corner after somebody drives to the basket. No real ball movement, no real back screen and backdooring. A lot of pick and roll with Harden when he's in the game with Zubac. But I'm talking about getting his team efficient shots and moving the ball is very, very seldom with the Clippers. Now, maybe that might be because they're so offensively gifted and talented that actually allows them to play that type of style. Vice versa, the Nuggets that doesn't have that ability. They don't have the type of scores the Clippers have. So they need a system to be effective. So that can also be a reason why the Clippers don't have to go through everything by the book. But if you have a system and it's proven, you're more efficient from the field. That's just how it is. You're more efficient no matter who you is. You have a better field goal percentage because you're getting quality, more better shots. Smash the like button as y'all come in here. 55 people should have over 55 likes. Now, let me get to the main point. The Clippers are on a 6-0 streak right now, or 0-6 losing streak. Under James Harden. Now, people want to say James Harden is the problem. People want to say James Harden since we've, been losing with him. Since he's been here, we've been losing. I know people are frustrated. I know people look at James Harden and they look at it be like, man, he's a team killer. He leads the team, and he's not somebody that's gonna make our team better. What does he bring? I had those same questions before he came here. I said I don't want James Harden here. I made videos about it. I don't think that he's a person that we need to bring to our team. We have enough. But after watching Harden and actually seeing him with us, especially last night, I understand why we got James Harden. Let's keep a few things under perspective. For the people that said the Clippers were doing all this, that, and the other before Harden got here, what did we really do other than beat? We were 3-2 before Harden. We were 3-2. We beat the Trailblazers, the Spurs, and the Magic. All three teams who are out the playoff mix. I don't know if the Magic is, but I do know the Spurs and the Blazers are below us, actually. So we beat two teams that were not playoff competitive. We beat two teams that are very young. We beat two teams that are somewhat kind of rebuilding at this moment. Now we look great. I want to give us credit. We look great. But I want people to really remember it's such a small sample size with, this season with saying we look great. We won and we did this, that, and the other. When we face like very, very below average teams. Right? We lose to the Utah Jazz, who's also a below average team. But what I saw in those closing seconds, y'all remember that game? I saw that we were having a hard time creating offense in the half court. We had a hard time because Ty Lue is not a person who has offensive, schemes. We had a hard time drawing up a play to get a good shot. I saw that in the Utah game. I saw against the Lakers, and I was an advocate of Russell Westbrook. And I wanted him here. But I've also come to the realization that in the closing moments, there are times that you love Russell Westbrook when the ball is not in his hands because he's, great on defense and things of that nature. But when you have it, he has it in his hands, it can either help you or hurt you. We saw in the Laker game, he had 5 turnovers in the fourth quarter. 5. I watched him last night, and I'm kind of like looking at the screen like, ooh, like when he's dribbling the basketball down court, just hoping he doesn't turn the ball over, doesn't slip. He doesn't like. It's a roller coaster with Russ. It's a roller coaster with him. You love him, you accept him. He's going to do something very, very spectacular. He might get like a high defensive play, get a nice dunk, a nice pass. But then you also kind of, biting your fingers, hoping he doesn't make a crucial turnover. And it's nothing but love to Russ, but that's just who he is. And that's what he's always been. But it's now that it's under a microscope, you see it more. But Russ has always been like that. He'll give you, a 25, 30-point game performance with like 9 assists and like, 8, 10 rebounds. And then you might say, well, damn, he had 5, 6 turnovers. And those 5, 6 turnovers don't mean much if it's in a season game that's not really important. But in a game that, is crucial that you need to win, he'll turn the ball over and then you kind of see, why, you look at him like, man, he can either be a very good or very bad. So I want people to take that into account when people say we're doing so well with Russell Westbrook and who we actually faced. We weren't beating no real playoff contending teams. And I still see some holes with the team before Harden got here. Let's talk about James Harden for a minute. He had a 21-point game performance last night. Smash the like button as y'all come in here. He had a 21-point performance last night, and he was able to score, and he was able to, hit some key shots in that third quarter. Now, Ty Lue came out and said he wanted Harden to be more aggressive. Now, this goes to the people saying that it's Harden's fault. What I'm seeing from James Harden is he's actually trying to sacrifice, like everybody's trying to sacrifice, but I'm seeing him sacrifice shots. I'm seeing him sacrifice opportunities to score. I'm seeing him pass the ball to his teammates. When Ty Lue came out after the Grizzlies game and said James needs to be more aggressive, that shows how much he's been sacrificing. Now, granted, his defense is below average. What I've noticed about him is he'll give you a good quarter, but he'll take off plays on the defensive end. He just doesn't have the lateral quickness to stay in front. He has great hands. You know what I'm saying? He'll play good ball defense, but he's just not the person that's going to sit in the chair for the whole. If you think if he doesn't play the defense that Russell Westbrook plays, but offensively, it's not even a question. Even if you look at throughout their whole careers, and I'm going back who should be starting. Harden's just a better basketball player than Russell Westbrook. And again, this is coming from somebody who advocated for the man. I'm talking to y'all without the feelings. Harden spaces the floor. Harden can score. Harden can get to the basket. Harden is a better ball handler. He's a better facilitator. Even with the turnovers, he doesn't turn up. It's not in crucial times as much as Westbrook turns the ball over. He's a better basketball player. And that's why Ty Lue chose to put him in those closing minutes. That's what happened. So that if it's a question who's better with the ball in their hands and offensively is James Harden. He was a better player in Houston. He's a better player right now. He's the only person when the offense, because Ty Lue doesn't know how to create a real offensive scheme, just like Kenny Smith said. There is nothing we need somebody to create instant offense when things are stagnant. And that's what Harden was doing yesterday. And that's why I think he'll continue to do. Now that you have him as a third option, he doesn't have to have the responsibility. We saw Harden last year get 2 games in the playoffs without Joel Embiid. We've seen James Harden win playoff series. The lone guy in Houston. We've seen James Harden get to the conference finals as the guy. We saw James Harden against the Golden State Warriors, had him on the ropes in 7 games. If it wasn't for the worst 3-point shooting performance in NBA history from a team, they would have been in the finals and they would have faced Cleveland. In my opinion, they would have beat them. Westbrook, on the other hand, since Kevin Durant left, has never won a playoff series. Great talent, great athlete. But as far as the skill set, as far as the impact on winning, I mean, it's not a question. So I would just say Harden is just he's just a better player than Westbrook. And I think people have gotten so they gotten so emotionally attached to Westbrook that they've allowed that the cloud their real logical mind. Just look at their careers and what Harden has done as the lone guy so than the Westbrook has done. And I think the difference between Westbrook and Harden is Harden, I think why people love Westbrook because they love his motor. They love how hard he tries. Harden, I'll give you his motor ain't really all that. He doesn't have a high motor. So people look at him as just being lazy. They look at him at Westbrook as giving his all his heart. He playing hard. He's diving on. He's doing this. And they say, "Oh yeah, he's better." Nah, that don't make you better. You playing harder, but as far as your impact on the court and what you can do and what you're able to as you're on a skill level, Harden just does more for your team. So yeah. Um, let me go into the next few. I'm gonna give y'all like 10 minutes. I hope y'all enjoying this. Hit the like button. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about 'cause I'm going now who's at fault here. I just named James Harden. I don't think he's the problem. I think we had these problems before the season started, with half court offense, and I think James Harden solves that. Let's talk about Kawhi. Now, Kawhi had 15 points last night. 15, 15 points, and I think he shot. How many shots did he shoot? He shot a total of 14 shots. He shot 14 shots last night. Westbrook shot 12, and James Harden shot 16. So Kawhi, ever since the trade happens, well, really since the Laker game, has been looking very, very average. Now, people are saying that Kawhi Leonard is not built to play every game. Now, here's the issue I have with certain people. You'll sit up there and complain about how this man doesn't want to play back to backs. He doesn't want to play all these games, and you'll sit out. When a man does play, people are saying now he doesn't look right. I already said this in the last video. No one's talking about how Kawhi and PG are both playing. They're both healthy. They're not missing no games. No one's talking about that. Steph Curry's out. Giannis Antetokounmpo has missed games. Damian Lillard has missed games. Uh, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal have missed games. Anthony Davis has missed games. Jamal Murray's missing games. All these dudes are missing games except the guy who's the poster boy, quote unquote, for low management. So now you want to say he needs to sit out. Nah, that's not what it is. It's not what it is at all. Kawhi has had to sacrifice as much as anybody on his team, actually. People think it's Westbrook. People think it's, James Harden. Kawhi's had to sacrifice more than anybody on the team. You know why? He basically said that I will, even though I'm the best player, quote unquote, I will allow Paul George to be the leading scorer get on this team. I will give that to Kawhi. I'll give that to Paul George, and I'll focus on defense. I will move to the fourth position, Ty Lue, Coach Lue. I will move to the power forward position, even though that's a position I don't ever play primarily throughout the season. I'm a small forward, but I will move to the power forward if it means what's best for the team. I will play defense and get 5 steals, and I will take my attention to the other end primarily rather than getting up shots. He said in the press conference after the Nets game, he said that the offense. Somebody asked him about is he feel like he ain't getting enough shots in the offense. He comes back and says, "Nah, I'll just be ready when my turn comes." I didn't like that answer. To me personally, the best player should get the shots. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But Kawhi Leonard is sacrificing his game to appease the team. He's allowing guys like Russell Westbrook to get more shots than him. James Harden to get more shots than him. Paul George to get more shots than him. He's staying in the corner and being somewhat iced out of the play, setting screens for Norman Powell, setting screens for guys to come off pin downs and downs. He's doing stuff like that. He's doing the utility work, a lot of stuff that's not showing up in the box score. Right? This is the best player on the team. He's doing all that. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. At the end of the day, Kawhi doesn't care about statistics and stats. He cares about winning. He had a argument on the side with Ivica Zubac on Sunday, where he said to Zubac that you're just standing there. I want you to get down there and rebound the basketball. So loud that the whole arena could hear it. I can hear it from my seat because I'm right there. But he was visibly frustrated. And last night he left before the media got into the locker room. The man's winning percentage has gone down. This is the first time in his whole career where he's lost 6 games straight. The longest streak he's had of losses in his entire career, high school, college, and NBA career, is Kawhi Leonard. Right? This is the longest streak he's ever had of losses. So that's where the frustration has came in with him. Now, I'm not worried about it because I know how Kawhi is. When it's time, it's gonna definitely be it's gonna definitely be he's going to be able to bounce back from it. But um it's not because of the games he's playing. It's simply him sacrificing his game for everybody else. He's allowing everybody else to be comfortable. That's why Paul George can have these performances that he's having now. PG's been the best player on his team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Um, PG was great last night. They could not guard him. They could not do anything with him. Um, Point blank, period. So that's what I would say about that. Um, he said Kawhi has been missing a lot of shots. He still gets ready and he haven't been making shots. Last night he missed a lot. He missed a lot of shots that he usually would make. I think he shot 7 for 15 from the field. Um, that's true, but he's also not. You gotta look at the other side of the floor. He had 5 steals on the other side. Right? It's not just the offense; it's the defense. It's him having to bang with Aaron Gordon. It's with him having to, body with players that are bigger than him. It's him having to help rebound. He's sacrificing his offensive game literally for the betterment of the team. Shout out to my man, Little Rocky. Said, yes, Kawhi's a Hall of Famer, small forward, not a power forward. This team isn't built around their best player. If he was in a position that he could be the most, yeah, it's not. The fact that you have him in the corner, I'm going to talk about the person I'm going to get to right now. The fact that you have him in the corner, camped out, waiting for the ball, it's him accepting and allowing it when you know he's more comfortable catching the ball at the elbow, at the block, at the high post, at the free throw line extended. He's more comfortable catching it in those spots. You got this person on the side, on the 3-point line, waiting for the ball. And I know somebody asked me this question as well, why PG and Kawhi never seem to go off at the same time. If you got Kawhi not as a threat, sitting on the corner, you're taking him out the opportunity for him to be a threat instead of putting him on the box or putting him on a high post where he can catch the ball, where they have to come and double him. That would force the other team to have to give up a mismatch. That's when Paul George and Kawhi can both be effective because you can't double them both. But if you have Kawhi on the corner and exit him out the play, you're pretty much doing the job of the other team for him, which I'm gonna get to right now. Now, there's a couple quotes I want to share with y'all real quick that I saw that was very interesting. This right here was done by Law Murray. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all come in 1 second. 1 second. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm gonna let y'all in right after this. Asked Aaron Gordon about what it is like to guard Kawhi Leonard with the other perimeter stars on the floor for the Clippers now. He says, well, it takes the ball out of Kawhi's hand, which is great for us. Kawhi's a bucket certifiably. Reminds me of what Juice said in February. So I want y'all to listen to this quote. Again, Law Murray, friend of the show, said that Aaron Gordon told him what it's like for him to guard Kawhi without the other stars on the floor. He said it takes the ball out of Kawhi's hands, which is great for us. Kawhi's a bucket certifiably. Now, what does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all what he's trying to sell you? It's telling you that the Clippers are making the other team's job easier when you have these guys all on the floor at the same time, which I've said continuously, religiously, constantly, that as long as you have Harden and Westbrook on the court at the same time, the offense is going to look not at its best, and it's going to help the other team out, not help us. Then we go to Mike Malone, who said this. Law Murray spoke to Mike Malone. He said, we have to play our young players, doing that while not running our starters into the ground. Malone on having to balance defending a championship with necessary player development. This could not have came at a better time. What a beautiful quote. We have to play our younger players, doing that while not running our starters into the ground. This is a championship coach, Denver Nuggets coach Mike Malone, who's saying this. I've just been I feel like this was something that I had to put out there. It was perfect timing because the person I'm going to put the blame on and I'm going to put the onus on and I'm going to show y'all yet again, quote after quote, why I'm saying what I'm saying. Not because I want to just take the blame off the players, but Kenny Smith, like he said, offensively does not have a system for this team to be successful. And it's not just the offense that's the problem, it's the defense as well and the lineup change and the rotations. You don't have a plan for these teams to be successful. The only thing that you can say is they need 10-game sample sizes. So let me get this straight. Ty Lue all last year was complaining and talking about how he didn't have his two stars playing. Everybody kept complaining, saying that Kawhi and PG did not play. They were sitting out, they were low management, all this stuff. Well, I just told y'all they've been playing every single game. You got your stars, you got your whole roster. They've been in training camp, they've been healthy. Right? They've had everything. You had everything that you need, Coach Ty Lue. And you still look very, very average out there. I don't want to hear no addition of James Harden. James Harden is a one-man addition. Your job as a coach is to put these guys in the right position. If the talent is there and you're still getting beat by lower development teams, who else can be at blame but you? You got 4 dudes who are still 3 out of 4 are still in their prime. Kawhi's in his prime. Paul George is in his prime. James Harden is right outside of his prime. He was an all-star last year. Russell Westbrook's in his athletic prime. And you're losing to teams who don't have their stars. You're losing to teams who are not even fully at full strength. And your team outside of Mason Plumlee has all their guys. You continuously play this lineup with Westbrook and James Harden over and over and over and refuse to make the change. Yet again, Reggie Jackson go off for 18 points last night. Reggie Jackson goes off for 18 points, has a field day on us. But you put the guy who I've been saying all along that should be starting, which is Terrence Mann, guards Reggie Jackson. He scores 2 points in the fourth quarter. Right? Your stubbornness, your inability to adjust, taking all day to adjust, and then get on that damn podium, and all you have to say is, "I think we did some good things," and we got to do a 10-game sample size. Either one or two things are happening, bro. Either you're just flat out bullshitting, or you're not as good as advertised. It's not by accident a coach like Ime Udoka can go right over to Houston with a less underdeveloped team with new pieces himself. Dylan Brooks, Jeff Green, Fred VanVleet, new guys on a new team, and have them at 6-3 right now. Beat the same team that you just lost to last night. Everybody healthy. Y'all think if Ime Udoka had this team, do you think Ime Udoka, if he had this team, would be at 3-7? Regardless if James Harden is there or not. Kenny Smith said it. This is why coaches get paid. See, the problem is people want the players to do the coach's job when they say the players got to do this, the players got to do that. You want to do the coach's job. The coach has a job to do just like the players have a job to do. You can't tell me you watched that game last night and said the players did not want to win. I'm not even too mad about him going small. I understand what Ty Lue tried to do. He tried to think in his head, how can I guard on perimeter and be able to switch? I get it. But Shaq said it for y'all. How many times do we have to keep coming back from big leads? Guys, if a team constantly comes back from big leads and deficits, it's not the ability and the talent of the team that's the problem. Because it keeps showing you over and over, we have enough talent and ability alone to come back from big leads. Why do we keep falling behind? What are we doing? What are the rotations? What are the lines that you're putting out there to make us fall behind time in and time again? Why are role players killing us at the guard position? Reggie Jackson's not an all-star. Jordan Clarkson ain't an all-star. Cam Thomas ain't an all-star. Austin Reeves ain't an all-star. Like role players who are attacking our opposing guards on the other side. Guys, this Ty Lue is simply trying to put offense and outscore everybody and not have any defense at that guard position. And that's the number one problem. Zubac had 13 rebounds. You know why he had 13 rebounds last night? Well, primarily he tried to, play. But when he actually has help with Terrence Mann on the court to keep guys out of the paint. He's able to sit back and grab rebounds and be closer to the basketball. When you have to ask him to come up and help because the guards can't stay in front of the other opposing guards, he's more farther away from the rim, which means what? Less rebounds for Zubac. He gets 5-6 rebounds. Why can't Zubac rebound the ball more? Well, because he's not close enough to the basket because he has to constantly be helping his guards who can't stay in front of nobody. A la James Harden, a la Russell Westbrook. Consistently. Point of attack defense is required against scoring guards. If Steve Kerr can make an adjustment for Chris Paul to be out the starting line for Draymond Green, why can't this man Ty Lue make an adjustment for James Harden, Russell Westbrook to be benched for Terrence Mann? I don't want to hear this shit about he needs a 10-game sample size. He has all these stars. Is BJ got to no? He is not as advertised. He's not as good as advertised. You have the world champions on the side you have the world champions on the ropes last night. Don't tell me you don't have enough. We didn't have our big in there. We didn't have Mason Plumlee there. Jokic can sit in there and just bulldoze over people. The refs call, just give him all the easy calls at towards the end of the game. He's able to be physical and flop at the same time. I'm gonna let y'all come in. See, thing about me is, if I have a point, I'm going to put out actual stuff and images to prove my point. Some point, people are going to have to understand Ty Lue has been coaching against his team. It can't be a dude. Y'all really think our talent is not there to win these games? Who's gonna? And this is why I do blame the players. Who's gonna challenge and tell him something? They're actually gonna tell him something he needs to hear. Who's gonna tell him? Nick Nurse, yeah, he's going over there in Philadelphia and turned that whole team around. Yeah, I'll drop the link for y'all, man. His interviews are a joke. Esco said this guy really had man PG and Kawhi guarding Jokic. I still can't believe it. Well, I kind of get Kawhi because of just who he is, but PG don't need to be guarding Jokic, and Terrence Mann don't be guarding Jokic. What's good, OC?
Salute, BJ.
What's up, my
Man,
brother?
frustrated, man. Frustrated. Yeah, I
Talk
agree
to
with
me.
you, man. I agree with you, man. I think the lineups, man. We got to fix those lineups, man. They are a big part of the problem.
Mm.
They're not all of our problem, but they're a big part of it.
So what's your full soliloquy about everything?
I think we're gonna continue to have these problems until we fix those lineup issues. Until we, I mean, we obviously have to get better with the chemistry. Of course, that's a no brainer. But those lineups he playing is just don't like the one that he picked to start the second half, right? That worked. That was a good lineup. And guess who was in the lineup? T Man.
Damn it, Terrence Mann. Terrence
That's
Mann.
I mean it's not rocket science, man. Come on now. It's not
Mm.
rocket science. It's not rocket science. But he refuses to stick with those lineups that work, man. He always reverts back to these small guard lineups, these no defensive lineups. And I mean, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I know you think we should put Russ on the bench, but I think we should. I think we should try to find a way to make Harden buy into the 6 man role. I think he stabilized that second unit better. Because think
That's
about what
fair.
happens. Think about what happens in the second unit, though. That second unit tends to get out of control at sometimes, right? That's
Yeah,
how we lose leads, right? I
yeah.
think James Harden can be more himself in that second unit. He can stabilize that unit better than
Fair
Russ can.
point. Fair point.
You know what I
Fair
mean?
point.
I think he. But will he buy into that though? I
You
think we
talking
have
about
a
Harden?
yeah. I think we have a better chance of Russ buying into it. But I think the fit. I think what would be better for the team is Harden. That's my opinion. Harden buying into that 6 man role. I think we'd be a much better team for it. If you bring T Man in and switch with Harden and T Man, you switch that out. I think You know, obviously, T-Man helps Zubac be a better defender, so he can grab more rebounds. He can be waiting for those guys that block shots when those guys come in instead of having to. He has to wedge up and get up on defenders so they blow right past him. And now he has to chase down and foul him. But if he can stay on his man, he can be able to be there for weak side shot blocking. If he ain't have to come out and help his guards all the time.
Facts. I mean, I don't mind that if you start Westbrook over Harden. I was just speaking more in terms of I think it comes down to who's better with the ball, Harden or Westbrook. And
yeah,
I think
obviously Harden is a better down the stretch because he's more he's more precise. He's a better decision maker than Russ. Absolutely. But as far as starting and the bench unit, like the Manu Ginobili role. Think about it like that. Yeah, he didn't start, but he finishes those games though.
No, I don't disagree with that, man. I mean, I would definitely be opposed to. I mean, I'll be cool. Somebody got to come off the bench, though.
Somebody got to come off the bench, and you don't want it to be a PG or Kawhi. That's stupid.
That'd be dumb as hell. Let me go to Joshua Smith. Said, "Yo, BJ, would you trade Zoo, Pound, Boston Jr. for Clint Capella and DeAndre Hunter and Sadiq?" I wouldn't trade them. I don't think. I like to see what this Daniel Tice move is. See how that is. I don't think we really need a lot more. We don't need more firepower. We need guys who are more. Yeah, we just need a guy who's going to come here and play a role.
Yeah, somebody that's willing to star in their role. That's what we need. More guys to buy into their role. That's all.
Yeah. Let's go to LaChill 87. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's good, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show.
I appreciate you, man. Like I said in the private chat, man, I found your page about a couple weeks ago. I like what I've been hearing, man. So, like I said, you keep it real, unbiased, and you just speak from the heart from a hooper. So I like it, man. I'm gonna try to get to these points real quick. So, been watching the games for a while. Been watching Ty Lue for a while, especially with this team over the past few years. I'm not trying to pile on him. I think he is a good coach, but I'm getting those Doc vibes, like that overrated kind of like, hey, you living off that one championship under great players. And what I've been noticing is his offense is horrible. It's been stagnant for years. There's no off-ball movement. Like I said, it's just more or less, hey, just give it to PG, give it to Kawhi. And the only time, kind of like how Doc used to do, only time when he always achieved or whatever he stepped up more is when he had less expectations, right? So he was kind of forced to make those adjustments. Remember that the Clipper team when we had Shea, Lou, the only way Shea got in is because old boy got hurt from Boston, right? That's the only time Shea was able to go ahead and show what he can do, and even then he was still on a leash, right? And then going forward with T. Lue and his, like I said, his rotations trash. He waits too long to make adjustments, right? So he allows his lead to this fall apart, and then he's like, "Okay, cool. Everything I was working in the beginning, we're just gonna go ahead and do that now." But it's like, cool, you done dug yourself a double-digit hole. And this is a modern NBA. 20 points ain't like it used to be. You feel me? So, it seemed like he gets too, like you said, stubborn in his ways of like, hey, how I want to coach. My next point I want to jump on too is like I said, we piling on Harden. I think this is one of Harden's best games that he had last night.
True.
So I'm gonna give, I'm not gonna pile on him. I think the media is just too easy for the media to just pile on him like that. I wasn't for the Harden trade. I thought what we had was decent. I figured we needed a big four, like an athletic four that maybe can stretch the floor, probably give a little defense.
Yep.
That's instead of getting him. Like I would have took that same package and talked to Toronto, say, yo, what's up with OG call it OG or Siakam. What you want to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hard sell though. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, so I would have took that same package and put it over there because at least, you know, I know they're going to give me effort and they don't need the ball. They just need to go ahead and, you know, give me a solid, you know, 25, 30 minutes. Two, about the front office, we kind of fell into the role of what the Lakers did. We need to go find all these stars instead of like going to what got us to where made us attractive to the Kawhis and the PGs of building a thorough roster. You know, like we trying to take shortcuts to this, and as you notice, all these teams that are excelling, they stayed around for a while. They make small nip and tucks here and there, so they didn't go in like, oh, let's go all in for these big names. They touched it up a little bit, did what they need to do. That's why Boston stayed inconsistent. That's why Philly, you know, everyone wants to say, oh, because Harden left Philly, but let's be real, Philly has the same team that they've had for like the last 3 seasons, right? So they gonna look good. You know, all these other teams, if you got a coach, you got a solid team, all you got to do is nip and tuck. Look at the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder, we've all been kind of watching them like, oh, this is going to be a scary team once they start learning the game. Did anybody really want to run with the Thunder in the playoffs?
No, they're going to be a tough out.
It's going to be a tough out. So if you go in, they're going to take you 7 easy. So, you know, just looking at that, man. And so this is the make or break season. And I'm talking about, and it sounds like drastic, but everybody got to go. I'm talking about front office, coaching staff, clean house. I know we don't have the assets. I know we don't have to do, but we got the destinations. We got the new stadium. Shoot, sell that. It's LA at the end of the day. LA, and you got an owner that's willing to spend money. Get you a coach that's going to make adjustments. Get you a modern coach that's going to sit here and say, hey, like I look at call it Denver's coach. He's constantly making adjustments. He ain't never happy. Every day he gonna hit you with a different haymaker, left and right. Right? And if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But every time he hit you with a new one, every way. Oh, I'm gonna hit you this way. Cool. And like I looked at that game, like cool. You see PJ doing decent work. You see Zubac doing decent work. Yeah, he got in early foul trouble, but you tell me he can give you a good solid 4 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Tell me PJ couldn't give you another 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. If they foul out, they foul out. But at least if I could slow Joker down, shit, why not?
Yeah. And see, for me, and that was all good points. Appreciate you coming with that. But it just comes down to, like I was saying, everybody has a job to do. See, the problem I have when people have to say, well, Kawhi and PG just should just do whatever. Their coach has a job to do. They have a job to put their guys in the positions to be successful. You have the talent, you have the ability. You want to say you want to have your stars on the court. You have everything that you need. Put these guys in the right position. Put James Harden or Russell Westbrook on the bench. Have the ball in their own hands. That way, it's going to look a lot more smoother, and they can able to hit the other team with all types of haymakers, left and right. But if you have all of them staggered on one team, just like what Aaron Gordon said, you're limiting our best player from being the best version of himself.
Yep.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that point. You know, I'm just gonna say the media has a lot to play in this, right? If you notice, Doc could do no wrong. It's everybody else's fault. The Denver meltdown in the bubble, that was only PG's fault because he hit the side of the backboard. But nobody sat there and said, "Well, hold up, you played Trez and Lou, who got a horrible defensive rating, and every time y'all were up double digits, you threw them in. Y'all literally got smoked, and you didn't make no adjustments until y'all were down. And you gave Denver momentum, right? But they ain't gonna say that, right? That they're gonna hit you with, oh well, it's PG's fault, it's Kawhi's fault because he misses games. It's like, bruh, like
that's better for content, though.
Huh? Say what?
The blame players is better for content, though.
Yeah, it's better for content, but but the thing about it is, depends on the coach, though. If these coaches got relationships, Doc got relationships with the media. Don't forget that. T. Lou, he came from that same tree. They could love him, but the thing about it is, they really don't sit here and watch what he does because it's just easier to just go ahead and say, let me just go ahead and dump on these players because there are faces we see and they're making all this money, and if they win, it's all them.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not trying to dump on T. Lou. I think and same with Die. But me personally, those are the two coaches that's pretty much lived off of one championship for the longest.
No, that's a fact.
That's a good point.
No,
Great
that's a
point.
fact. That's a fact.
Let me go to my man. Man, that was a good ass point, man. You welcome on the show anytime. To chill. Let me go to my man Skills. What's good, brother? How you doing?
What's up, BJ, man? Salute to you and your channel, bro. Like what you're doing, man.
Salute.
Yeah, man. So for me, man, the Clipper situation is frustrating because it's a simple fix to me. You move Harden to the bench, period. And the reason you do that is because, for one, he's not in shape. It doesn't even make sense for you to get a man that's not in shape, then go through a pre-count, then do any of the preseason games, and you put him in the starting lineup. It's weird to me. And then from the perspective of the players that did go through the count, played in all the preseason games, like that's a slap in their face. It's a slap in T-Man face. Because T-Man been on the team 3-4 years. He's earned his stripes. He done came in some big moments for us in the playoffs. He done done everything he was supposed to do. He was named the starter at the beginning of the year. You honor that and you put him in the starting lineup. Period.
Yep.
They have more chemistry. Russ, T-Man, Kawhi, PG, Zoo. They have chemistry. We talking about, besides Russ, we talking about 3 years in the making. So, and the fact that Plumlee is out, we need to get a good start to these games. We don't have time to get down by 10 and 15 going into the second half. And if you start that 5, that gives us the best chance to get off to a good start, maybe get a little cushion. You got Harden coming off the bench. Give him time to work himself into shape. Let's see what he got. Now, I didn't agree with the trade, but we here, so I'm not gonna complain about it. This is where we are, so we gotta take what we have.
Right.
We do need to get us a 4. We need to get us a backup big until Plumlee comes back. Now, I do think we could get better. I do, but what I'm not liking seeing right now, I don't like Kawhi sacrificing his game. I don't like that. And I think it's probably the end of it right now. Like the fact that he left early, I guarantee we're going to get a different Kawhi come this next game. He's not going to be as passive. He's going to demand the ball. I like what PG doing. PG doing what he's supposed to be doing. But I think Kawhi has just been a little bit too passive. And, even though PG had a good start, this still is Kawhi team. Kawhi is still the best player on the team. I feel more comfortable with the ball in Kawhi's hand. And we got to put some of the blame on T. Lue too, because I've been trying to get this man pass after pass after pass, but the game yesterday, man, it just irked me. Came down to the last couple of seconds. Why is Zoo on the sideline? It don't make sense for Zoo to be on the sideline. Why? When you see that old buddy just going down, getting in the post, easy bucket, barbecue chicken all night long. Who gonna stop him? The best person you could put on him out there was Kawhi or PJ. You don't even got PJ Tucker on. You got Zoo and PJ Tucker sitting on the bench.
Right.
And I'm just like, this doesn't even make sense. You get paid millions of dollars. I'm sure everybody on this panel sitting here, we was watching that game thinking the same thing. Why is Zoo not out there? I don't care if he got 4-5 fouls. Let him foul out. The game is on the line, and you making it too easy. I come out, he look back there, PG on me, barbecue chicken. Kawhi on me, double, look for the pass, barbecue chicken. Easy, all night. Nothing they can do to stop it. So, for me, you got to put something to blame on T. Lue. The last point I'll make is, the next thing I don't like, man, I don't like that Bones is not getting no stretch. For me, I will put Bones in over, what's the other fella name? 6-man coming off the bench.
You talking about Norm?
Norm, yeah, I'll put him in over Norm. And the only reason I say that, man, Norm is cool when he's scoring, but if Norm is not scoring, he's not doing anything. And I like Bones because Bones plays with more pace. If you're gonna put Harden in that second unit, then you're gonna also need somebody that that real run and cut and do those type of things. Now, one thing I will say, I do think when Plumlee comes back, Harden will be able to play off him better because he has better hands than Zoo. He can catch and finish around the basket in a way that Zoo can't. But until then, man, I want to see Bones in that second lineup. Really more young players in general, but especially Bones. I got to see him back in the lineup.
Right. I agree with what you just said, brother.
Yeah. I like what, as y'all come in here and smash the like button, definitely appreciate that because I want to say this too. with the young lineup. The youth of Ty Lue holding them back is nothing I blame him with. It's like Mike Malone said, if you don't have your youth out there, you don't have no young guys, it's going to put more pressure on your older guys and your starters to have to perform. You run them through the ground. Kawhi and PG should be putting ice on their knees by the halfway in the fourth quarter. They should be blowing these teams out.
Yep.
They should be blowing these teams out.
Agreed, man. And one thing I will say about Kawhi too, man, we all got to keep in mind too, man. Kawhi did have a cleanup surgery at the end of last season, going into the summer. So I kind of figured he was going to get off to a slow start. I mean, this coming from a guy. I had an ACL tear myself. I got it repaired. It was 2.5 years before I was back like 100% to myself, like where it felt like it did pre-injury. Like I would be 80%, but like it took me about 2 years and some change before I was like, I'm back. I can go, I can drive without any fear of injury. And then for him to go back in and get another cleanup surgery on the whatever is on the back of the knee, I can't think of the name of it or whatever. But for him to get that right there, another cleanup surgery, I kind of expected him to get off to a slow start. But trust me, mid-season, Kawhi will be Kawhi. Trust me.
I agree. I don't think that he ain't healthy. I think he just ain't in the shape that he want to be in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, to jump on that real quick too, if you ever follow Kawhi, and especially with the Clippers, he kind of always starts off the seasons like that. Usually by probably by like the first 20 games, he's a little sluggish, and then he kicks into another gear. And that's the thing about Kawhi. He got another gear easy.
Right, because most of the starts, he be like having little shots fall short a little bit, and if you notice, all the shots that he missed, they've been coming short mostly.
Mm-hmm. And that's all knees.
Right, and that's legs. You're right. So eventually, those shots will start falling. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but see, and then again, I'm jumping back on T. Lue, right? As a coach, you're supposed to be seeing these things. You're supposed to be putting your players in positions like, yo, Kawhi, I should be able, kind of like how LeBron does it, right? Rest within the game, right? Hey, how do I get you to go ahead and just, let me ease you back. PG's cooking. Let me run PG with this squad. You're going to get the next squad. And then, your second rotation, that should be a flowing rotation. No one should have a permanent position on that second rotation. Whoever's cooking that day, that's what you're going to cook. So, Pyle, if you're cooking that day, cool. We're going to ride with you. But if you're not, hey, next man up. But he does his favoritism stuff, and like you said, I like what Skill said about Terrence Mann. He made a promise to this man at the beginning of the season. That goes a long way, and let's be real, man.
He's been extra professional too, man. That's what I hate about it.
Yeah, but man, been getting the short stick for the longest. I mean, how much more does man got to do? He damn near single-handedly won you a playoff game with your best player out. Them 30 points against Gobert, that was something.
Yeah.
But you was gonna go ahead and next season, you barely played a man. And then the following season, we kept saying it. Once you started him, guess what? The team took off.
Yep.
So like I said, I kind of want Terrence Mann to be traded so he can honestly see what he truly can be, to be honest with you. And it just to be unselfish to him. But like I said, either you get rid of T. Lue a little early and have somebody be able to come in and implement the system real quick, or you let Terrence, go ahead and just give up all your pieces right now, and at least have something to start off with next season.
Yeah. I mean, I feel what you're saying, but I mean, I don't want to give up Terrence Mann, but if you're gonna keep turning down all these trades and saying he untouchable, then play the man.
Facts.
I don't get it.
Let me go to my man, the realest man. We got 65 people. They get these likes up. What's up, the realest?
What's good, fellas? I agree with what everybody's saying, and I just want to win right now. Shit, we need a. Man, I thought we had that game, man. When we up like 7 points.
We did have that game until time.
Man, I went to go take a shower, man. We up 7. I'm like, good, cool. Get this little win. Go take a shower. Call it a night, man.
Yeah.
Come back out. I'm like, yeah, this is not looking good, man. Because like I say, like I say, BJ, it never works in our favors, man. With them, it just something weird happens, man. It's just something, man. So it's like I say, it's damn, yeah, that was the game to take, and I think the Clippers really wanted to win that game,
Mhm.
and then Reggie wanted to beat the Clippers.
Mhm.
Because Reggie, as he was playing so, I ain't gonna say calm, but Reggie was playing,
Efficient.
like I said, right. He wasn't doing that crazy shit, and like I said, I think he always take it. He always stick it to Russ, man, and I think that goes back to OKC days,
Right.
because he was attacking Russ, man. I'm like, damn, Reggie just. Not saying I wish he was on the Clippers, but he was he was looking good. But yeah, man, Kawhi, man, I think Kawhi got to add. I know he's not going to add nothing to his bag, but Kawhi, I think what holds Kawhi back, he really don't have a crossover package like that, and. No, he don't, man. He don't oversee. I watched Kawhi enough to know he don't have a crossover package. Like PG, even though PG like to dance a lot, he can shake a defender. You know what I mean? To get some separation. Kawhi used that whole a little bit of, I ain't gonna say bully ball like LeBron, but he banks off a little of his what's the word?
Physical strength.
Right. But the way he's due to his shots being so flat, it can look bad at times because the way he shoot. And you know what? I think a lot of that plays. I think his hand size plays a big part with that.
That's a big part of it.
Having that them big ass hands. Jordan got big hands too.
Yeah,
but
it's perfect though.
Right. So but yeah, I just think Kawhi, I ain't gonna say he washed, like people saying he washed. I don't think he's washed, but he's mad. That's good. He's mad. He's mad right now because, like you say, man, losing 6 games, man. I'm like, damn. I just knew I knew we had this game, BJ. I know, I'm like, yeah, we got this game. We got this game, but man, I don't know about Lou, man.
Lou strikes again.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing that shit, man. Tired of seeing us almost win games that we should be blowing niggas out. Sick of seeing that shit.
And then,
They
like
let
you
this
say,
bulldoze the whole team, and nobody calls nothing.
who was that?
Jokic.
Yeah.
No, facts. He was, man. Like, I'm watching him bully people last night. I'm just like, there ain't no charge. Like, he ain't dropping his shoulder. Like, that's exactly what he doing.
But y'all gotta keep in mind, man. The ref don't really give the Clippers calls like that, man.
That's a fact.
So why people saying, and like I said, I get it because I was listening to Dime Dropper. He was like PG using the refs as excuse. I get where he's coming from, but PG is not lying. You see what I'm saying? Because that female ref, she was out there calling some BS calls, man. And I don't want to sound sexist and shit, but when they start adding these female refs to this shit, I wasn't too happy about that, man. Because, like I say, that female ref was out there just calling BS calls, man. And it's like,
she was emotional.
You can't. There you go, OC. And it's like, when PG, because I think she gave PG a tech. So it's like now when PG went after her, you give him a tech. Now I know for the rest of the game, you and your feelings anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, my whole thing is the Lakers can cry about not getting calls, but and the organization go to the league about the shit. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Now I get it. We fall in love with that jump shot, which that always kills us. That's why I say, BJ, I don't trust us at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't. When it's a close game, I give us I give the other team 95% winning that game because we gonna get. I mean, we gonna rush it. We're gonna start shooting threes. You know, we just don't look good, man. When it's a close game, we don't know how to close out games when it's close.
That's what Kawhi's job is. That's where he come in.
BJ, Kawhi put up them stupid ass threes, man.
But that's not who he usually is. He usually catch it in the spots and he operates.
Yeah. I feel like there's more PG that put up those threes, which is the problem that I have with PG sometimes is his shot selection. It ain't always the best. Like even the three that he put up at the end of regulation last night, now that was a bad shot to me.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
That was gonna hit. That was gonna hit off the back of the rim.
Yeah,
That's why.
regardless.
That's why I hit the. That's why it was a wedgie. That
Nah,
wasn't
facts.
gonna go in. That wasn't gonna go.
No, I agree.
Right, and my thing is, and if he knew that he wanted to shoot it, that's fine because he had the high hand. Kawhi didn't. But if you knew that you wanted to shoot it, man, call for the screen or something. Like do something, man. Don't just pull up. To me, that was more so like a heat check shot. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, this is the end of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you need to get an open look or at least generate as much space as you can to get the shot up. And that's the only problem that I have with PG because he playing out of his mind this year. He really need to focus in because to me, that's what separates him from Kawhi. Like, it's the shot selection. So Kawhi gonna get to his spots. He gonna get to the mid range. He gonna post. And we gotta keep in mind too, man. Kawhi is seeing the double team. PG
Yeah.
not seeing the double team sometimes, so he should be going off like this. That's why you there is to go off like this. When
Right.
Joker's getting that double team, he look for the open man, and his teammates they make plays, and PG doing that now, but it's just he work on his shot selection, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
That last play was more like blacktop basketball, man. There was no play.
No facts.
Like it was real talk. It was like, yo, best player with the ball. Here you go, take the shot. Ain't no plays was ran. Nobody, no screen come, no deception, no nothing.
Shit, I'm seeing a lot of playground. I'm seeing a lot of playground basketball since Harden joined.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It hasn't
Like,
been since joint, bro. It's been for a long time, man. Look at these sets. They went some
Bro,
basic ass sets.
bro, because what was the play? What was the play? Like, was that a Kawhi play, or did did PG just ignore Kawhi? Like, what was that last play?
No, just give him anybody wanting the ball.
I think it was draw for Kawhi, but
See, that's what I thought too. I thought it was for Kawhi, and I thought PG saw him and changed his mind because Kawhi couldn't get to the top of the key.
he couldn't get the ball. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't think it was
Man.
off ball motion moving in that.
Kawhi wasn't gonna hit that damn shot. Kawhi wasn't gonna hit it. You know what, man? I get Kawhi when Kawhi got that steal at the that was big. That steal at the end of the game, that was big, man. That was big. You could, like you say, you could tell Kawhi wanted to win this game.
For sure, because BJ made the point earlier, man. You gotta see Kawhi is doing all of the small things, bro. He's setting the strings. He playing the most defense, five steals. He taking the defensive assignment, doing the quote unquote dirty work, which is why he's frustrated because it's like I'm the best player on the team and I'm doing the dirty work. So what's y'all excuse? Like I think him and PG they got to understand that PG is gonna carry the scoring load until Kawhi comes into form. Like they have that understanding. I'm sure that they had a conversation. They had that understanding. But like right now, with no quote unquote dirty guys that come do the dirty plays, make all the dirty moves. You don't want to put Terrence Mann in the starting lineup. You got all superstars in the starting lineup, which is why I say you keep Westbrook, because at least I can count on Westbrook to come with that intensity. If nothing else, he's gonna come with that intensity, and I'd rather go to war with him any day over James Harden, a man that's proven not to get it done at the highest level. Which is why the trade just don't make sense to me. Like, he's never got it done at the highest level, ever.
And you know what? I say this too, BJ.
Agree with that.
I'm
Go ahead.
starting to question Zoo, man. I'm really, I don't know, man. Zoo, I'm not feeling like he looked kind of nervous. He looked clumsy at times. It's like, I don't know about Zoo, man, especially with Harden.
You know,
I
the
mean,
time on that though, I don't think Zoo realizes he's the biggest man on the court. Like, he don't play with no aggression. He don't box out nobody. He don't push nobody out the way. He just sits there. He kind of like plays volleyball. Like you know, like, I don't know if you ever
He
used to watch
plays
like Kevin
smaller
Love
than
back in
he
the
is.
day, right? How he used to grab rebounds, and he used to grab rebounds real intelligent, right? Kind of watch the angle where that ball's going and put himself in position. But he uses, you got to use your ass a little bit to kind of move people out the way to get the spot you want. And Zoo has not developed. He's a solid big man, but he's not a quality starter.
Yeah,
He's solid.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, I'd rather have him than nobody.
right,
But let's be
right. He's solid because of his size.
He's solid with his side, but he don't real. It's like a pit bull not realize he's a pit bull.
Right.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me?
He
He have
plays
no
smaller than
aggression.
he is.
He plays smaller than he is. Like I said, you're the biggest man on the court. How's somebody over here, 6'5" out rebounding consistently? Because you
Right.
always tapping the ball up in the air playing volleyball, but if great rebounders, you know what to do. You know how to put your box out, put yourself in position, get the rebounds. Look at Rodman. Like, honestly, that's the thing. I don't think these players sit there and look at tape.
But you know what it is though? It's his mentality. Because when you think about it, when he's scoring, that's when Zubac is he's blocking shots, he's rebounding the ball. When he's getting those little tip in points, when his shots falling, his confidence is high. He starts playing harder. That's his mentality.
Yeah. But that's a loser's mentality.
It is.
You don't
Yeah.
want to win. Because if you want to win, you gotta, like I said, you should be looking at Rodman tapes. Rodman tape, look, he got like 21 rebounds and 0 points, 0 attempts. Didn't care about getting the ball. He wanted that rebound. You should be blocking every shot that comes your way, or at least putting up the attempt. And then also with the switching too. I don't think he has the mental capacity to keep up with the switching, because you see these switching and he'll drop back way too low. He's out of position. He leave Jokic by himself. I'm like, yo, you can't leave Jokic at the top of the key by himself. He's gonna cook you every day.
I think Daniel will be a nice little patch job for that, but I think that'll hold us over a little bit until
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But ain't he healthy now though?
Yeah, he healthy.
Yeah, because he ain't playing.
Let me go to Bruce real quick. What's good, Bruce?
What's up, BJ? What's up, everybody?
Salute.
I was not gonna come in because I have nothing positive to say about the Clippers, but
Wait a minute, that changed?
No, I have nothing positive. When you keep losing, there's nothing positive to say. I mean,
that's fair.
It's obvious they need to make a change in coaching. Since last year, you're not gonna win anything with Tyronn Lue. I don't know if he wants to win. He's just there to take a paycheck. Zubac, I've been saying for years that, he should not start. But somebody said put Pitbull. I don't know what kind of Pitbulls. Maybe Pitbulls have changed. The guy is a poodle. He's not a Pitbull, man. Man, I heard somebody said that Zubac should play against barbecue chicken, something like that. Maybe I misheard. Barbecue chicken against Jokic. Man, come on, man. Jokic will destroy the guy, man. Kawhi guard Jokic better than Zubac. Okay, Zubac is when he's playing, when he has to make athletic move, it's like he's somebody who doesn't know how to swim. That's him. He's like in the water. He's moving his leg, he's moving his arm, like trying not to drown. You know, there's a lot of delusion on the team. A lot of delusion. James Harden saying a lot of crazy things. Like, this is my preseason, my whatever. Whose fault is it? I mean, you didn't want to play in the preseason because you didn't want to be in the Sixers. Oh, if we get it together, it's gonna be scary. I've heard a lot of teams who never wins anything say that. Okay, so James Harden just need to shut up and work out or whatever, lose weight, whatever he has to do. Now you guys love PJ Tucker because he hits a couple threes. Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Who pity do? Man, that's the same thing as Marcus Morris. Okay, if the Clippers keep playing PJ Tucker, they're gonna lose. And let's not tiptoe about this. I'm a big Kawhi fan. You know, Kawhi is my top 3 favorite players of all time, top 2. But I'm sorry, I don't care if he's playing well on defense. You are a superstar. You're top 75. You supposedly, when healthy, the best player in the game. You cannot give me less than 20 points. I don't care if Paul George is on your team. I don't care if James Harden is on your team. I don't care if Russell Westbrook is on your team. If you're on the floor and you think you're better than Jokic, you're supposed to dominate the game. I don't care if you have how many steals he had, 5 steals or 4 steals.
5.
You have to dominate offensively and defensively.
I agree.
Yeah,
me too.
You guys, you cannot let Kawhi pass this. Come on, man. This game against the Rockets, it's a must win for me. The way I see Kawhi.
Yeah.
All
I
of
thought
those
it was gonna start with this game, man.
All of those games were winnable games.
Yeah.
You cannot be a passenger on your own car. You have to drive the car. If you it's your car, but you keep, okay, let me put Paul George, you're in charge of the scoring. Okay, Paul George can score. I score too.
To be fair, though, I think he comes from that pop tree of just, I'm going to be a good soldier for the team.
Okay, what was his excuse in Toronto? What was he scoring?
To be honest with you, the team was actually looking at that team. It was a solid team because he played, I don't think he played 60 games. I think he played like 55, and they were like top 3 team. So yeah, I think like he didn't really have to. He had spots because if you watch the playoffs too, he had a lot of games where he didn't really do much on offense, and then he'll have those games where he just turned it
Did
off.
he have 40? Did he disappear?
Say what?
Did you watch the game and you felt like it disappeared? I'm watching the game. I felt sometimes I don't remember Kawhi was in the game.
Yeah, he has those games because what's his name? Kyle Lowry, right? Like, he had his thing. Pascal Siakam too. He was cooking as well. And then when the game needed to be closed, that's when Kawhi stepped up. But
when was the last time Kawhi closed?
Kawhi closed? Are you talking about in Toronto? Or are you talking about here?
In Clippers.
Game 1 against the Suns.
Game 1 against the Suns, and then the Dallas series when Ty Lue got his head out his ass and he said, I'm just gonna put Kawhi on Luka Doncic, and he cooked him. It wasn't even close.
Mm.
Like it wasn't even close, bro. And then, like I said, game 1, if game 1, if he didn't get hurt game 2, but he got hurt game 1, I think of the Phoenix series.
What about this year?
This year, he always starts off. I mean, I'm not making excuses. I'm being honest. If you just follow him, he always starts off slow at the beginning of the season. Like literally, go back and look at his stats from the beginning of the season. He always starts off slow. Right before like All-Star break, that's when he usually turns it on. Because I think it's like you said, medical a little bit because arthritic knees pretty much. He really should. Let's be real. He really shouldn't be playing, but he
really shouldn't be playing. Is that what you're saying?
If you look at his injury history, he really shouldn't be, bro. He kind of like if you're was it Brandon Roy, I think, right? Who had the really bad knees, and it's just when you get knee injuries in basketball.
So you want him to come rusty?
No, I'm not saying come rusty. I'm just saying I'm just looking at it as a hooper. Like I understand, but I'm not sitting here saying that he shouldn't step it up. He still should step it up, but just always following his career, this is not abnormal to see him kind of, slowly get it together.
What's crazy is I don't think if Kawhi is really healthy, I don't think Jokic is better than Kawhi. But a lot of people are putting like Jokic is like a Mount Rushmore level, like he's unstoppable. I don't see it.
No, he's not unstoppable, man. But they do have a well-coached team. They got a well-coached team, and they got good people at their position.
Come on, man. Come on.
Jokic's got a great support system.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, really?
Yeah,
do you not see the system today? I mean, come on, man. Like, no, you gotta give them his credit, man.
I'm not scared of the Nuggets. They're not that good. Okay. The Clippers are a good team.
Let me tell you something. If you're not that good, then beat us. Beat me then. If I'm not that good, beat me.
Beat who?
Denver.
Clippers
hasn't beat them since the bubble.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Clippers beat themselves against Denver.
Yeah,
there's always an issue. Every time they're gonna play Denver, there's always an issue.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah,
that's what I said. I just said Clippers beat themselves when they meet Denver.
Yeah. Like I said, the chat said.
Hey, what Gordon said in the post game interview. He said, "We the best team. We the best fourth quarter defensive team in the league." When he said that shit, I said, "Man, come on, man. Hell no. I think they are."
No, they are. And the thing too that goes unnoticed about them is they don't make a lot of mistakes, man. They don't make a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean?
Like,
no, they make mistakes. You don't. They made mistakes last against the Clippers. Clippers didn't capitalize because they have a lot of IQ players.
But that's rare though.
But check this out though. But wait a minute. They didn't even have Jamal out there.
Yeah, they did.
Think about that. They didn't even have Jamal out there.
Man, when did Aaron Gordon become like a great player? Please.
When he came to Denver.
Yep.
When he came to Denver. That's when.
I get what you're saying, Bruce. He's not a great player individually, but like when you take his talents, let's say he's a 7, right, or a 7.5 or 8, and you put him in a system that he's surrounded by other 8s, other 9s. You know what I mean? He becomes better than what he actually is.
Basically, he know his role.
Exactly.
That's all.
He know I'm here to lock up whoever the best player is on the other team. I can shoot the open 3. You know, I'm a run the lanes, and he does his job well.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna wait a minute, BJ. I'm gonna tell you something. Dennis Rodman said. I don't know if a lot of y'all remember Dennis Rodman play. He said, "I can get the rebound and go up and score, or I can pass it out and get another rebound." He know his role, man. His role is to get that rebound. So Gordon, you remember what Kawhi did to Gordon, against Magic. But when Gordon came to Denver, I said off top, that's a good pickup.
Mm-hmm. Because he's not your number one.
Nah, facts.
He's not even your number two. Sometimes he's not even your number three.
Because
let me ask y'all something, man.
Denver got size, man. Now let me throw something out.
Oh.
Denver will be crazy if Michael Porter Jr. actually play inside more.
You will never play inside more.
Yeah, I think he's too fragile to play inside more. He already got a history of back problems. And, man, when you banging with these other dudes that's 240, 250, 6'8", 6", man, you can't do that. That's some of the problems that Kawhi having right now. He having to bang with the fours. Bro, you be depleted by the third or fourth quarter, banging with fours all game. That's not an easy job.
No, Kawhi problem right now, he doesn't want to be the man.
Man,
I agree.
Off hearing about Porter because man, we literally had a chance to get him.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all something, man. Y'all think the Clippers problem seem worse than what it is because Plumlee went down? Like if we had a backup center, would we be 6-0 right now?
Plumlee?
That's not it.
I ain't gonna say that.
The problem is basically the point of attack defense.
Yeah.
Problem Terrence Mann ain't starting.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You put him in the starting lineup, that takes care of 80% of the problems.
Yep.
So I heard that Daniel Tice is gonna be signing with the Clippers.
Yeah, I heard that too. But he like 6'8" though, ain't he?
Yeah. But he plays big though.
I'm telling you, some nights it's gonna be better than Zubac, man. He moves his feet better.
Yeah, he play aggressive.
Yeah.
He play aggressive.
He ain't gonna stop nobody, but at least his job is just to slow him down a little bit, get under their skin.
He can be a little rim protector at times. I mean, my whole thing is he gonna stay healthy?
Yeah.
Our whole team been healthy for the most part. That's the thing.
Knock on wood.
We've been healthy. We've been healthy.
And bro, that's why I'm so mad about the trade because it's like this was the year, man. And the irony of it is, and y'all can book it. I'm saying it tonight. Kawhi and PT gonna be healthy the whole season too, but that ain't gonna be the problem with the Clippers. It ain't gonna be a health issue. It's gonna come down to a coaching issue.
Now you're saying it tonight. I hope nothing happens.
Man, bro, they gonna be fine, bro. You cannot be hurt every year, bro. You cannot be hurt every year, bro.
You're not gonna be hurt every year.
Tonight.
Look, I've been a Clippers fan for a long ass time, bro. We steak bitten, so I'm gonna keep that chill. I'm talking about since Cayman days. Like something's always bound to happen.
Man, I just feel like this wound right here was self-inflicted, man. There was a self-inflicted injury right here, man. And it just don't make sense.
It's worse than Woody Gobert to the Wolves, man.
Yeah, man.
No, shoot, they cooking now.
What's good?
You're not getting, chokehold.
Oh, what's good, Kobe?
Man, so listen, bro. I'm listening to y'all dudes, bro. Hey, man, this Clippers team is in some big trouble, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. They in some big trouble, bro. So it's not a one shoe fits all, but they got some stuff to figure out, bro. I've been watching every team, but I've been really watching the Clippers too. So yeah, it's a lot going on right now, BJ. I'm not saying panic button right now, but I think that the front office is kind of like very double-minded as far as what they're trying to do. No disrespect to the team you work for, but I'm just saying I think these guys kind of don't know what they want to do, and it just seems like they don't really have it figured out, in my opinion, bro. Just upstairs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Telling y'all, man, that Denver bandwagon got a lot of space on it.
Yeah, man.
Here comes the realist with his invincible numbers.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
First round exit.
You let Denver get to the finals, like I said before the season.
Exit.
Denver get to the finals, they gonna repeat. Now you can book that.
Hey,
you can book that.
Realist, what is it about Denver you feel like the Clippers can't beat them?
Please.
They're a well-coached team.
We just
I can tell you that. I mean,
we
simple.
just said, but shit, they system, and like I said, Mike Malone, man, with his adjustment, man, it be on point.
Yeah,
It be on point, BJ.
fine-tuned.
It be on
It's
point,
actually
man.
really simple though. It's really simple. It's their size. So like with them, you can't play small against them. I don't care who you
I
are.
don't think it's just the size. There's a lot of off-ball movement, man. You ever watch
Yeah.
them play? A
No,
lot
no,
of
no, but hold on, but
There's
that,
not
but hold
off-ball
on, that
movement.
actually plays into the size, right? Because when you see their
True.
size, right? See, they're not just a big team; they're a big skillful team. So like, it's not like they're 3, 4, and 5 guys are all skillful at like they can cut, they can pass, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see Eric Gordon, he can cut to the basket with force. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? When he cuts to the basket with force, you actually have to have a big, like a strong body on him. Michael Porter
mhm.
Jr., he can cut to the basket, and his leaping ability, you got to have somebody who can jump with these guys. Not just
Yeah,
contest them, but actually jump with them. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
And Kobe Jordan, that one play at the end of the game, Gordon, what he do? Cut to that basket and got that dunk, right?
but that's easy for him, though. That's an easy play
Because
for
he's
him.
athletic as hell.
So not only is he athletic, but it's like he's gonna get a second attempt, a third attempt. So because
Yeah.
he's not just a jumper. He's gonna get up and get after. Like even if he misses that first attempt, he's gonna go right back up.
So basically, what you're saying, he fit very well in this system.
He fits
Easy.
perfect. Like he's the
Okay,
difference, bro.
okay.
He's the difference maker in their team, bro.
Yeah,
He's the X
he's
factor
big.
for their team.
He's
Because
very big,
here's the
man.
thing: if you listen, bro, I pick apart every team. This Denver team, if you take away Aaron Gordon, they're extremely beatable, right?
Yep.
With Aaron Gordon, they're hard to beat unless you have guys who can defend and then put up enough points to keep up with them. So you got to defend their like you got to have a baseline defender. The issue is the way Jokic plays at the elbow top of the key. Most of these teams don't have a legitimate big who can defend, right? So they'll put a big, even if you do have let's say you have one of the best defenders in the league and Bam out at the wing guarding a Jokic, his third and fourth man, right? Those guys aren't big enough or athletic enough to be able to contain those other two. You see what I'm saying? Because they play you outside in. They really play outside in. They don't play inside out.
Yeah.
So Jokic is banking on you. He's banking on those other defenders to be sleeping on the defensive end so he can catch Gordon baseline cutting or he can cut. Bro, their formula is easy to figure out, but you got to have the personnel to beat them.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How much y'all think that the Nuggets respect the Clippers?
0.
0%.
Negative
Yeah,
1.
negative. There you go. Negative.
All right, right. So
I
why?
I
I
Because we're
didn't
not.
hear the question. Go ahead, my fault.
No, I said how much do y'all think the Nuggets really respect the Clippers?
Do they respect them?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. As a team, I don't think they have much. I mean, they probably respect players on the team, but like what their schemes, they're not afraid of them.
Yeah, I agree. That they respect
Yeah, they
players, but
respect
like,
Kawhi. I'm sure they respect those guys for just who they are, but as a team, they're not afraid of them.
You know what team they respect? They respect the Warriors. They respect the Warriors. I don't think they respect the Lakers.
But you can respect the team and still not fear them. Like it's two different things.
Bro,
Well,
they don't. They are laughing at the team
I don't
Clippers. Once
think
I
I
saw
don't
this,
think they fear the Clippers if that's what you're asking.
yeah,
I don't think
I think I think they're laughing at us. You know
Yeah.
what? This quote to me tells me everything. He's literally laughing at Ty Lue's face.
no, for
He
sure.
said, "Well, it takes." He said, "Ask Aaron Gordon about what it is like to guard Kawhi Leonard with the other perimeter stars on the floor for the Clippers now. Well, it takes the ball out of Kawhi's hand, which is great for us. Kawhi's a bucket certifiably." That tells me he's telling you that you guys are making his job easier by putting all these stars on the floor at the same time. A la Tyronn Lue will not break up that backcourt. You're basically making it easier for the Nuggets to guard you.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because on the defensive end, we still can't stop them. So even if Kawhi goes for 40, we still have to defend them.
Matt,
A lot.
I
A
just,
lot
No.
of teams.
I agree with that, but it's a difference between Kawhi scoring 15 points and scoring 35 points.
No, I agree with that. But if he's scoring 40 points, is everybody else still getting their shots? Is Paul George cooking? Is he in rhythm? Is those other guys in rhythm? So that way, if he doesn't get going in that second half, so I don't even care about Kawhi because Paul George was cooking, right? We had everybody. We did exactly. We don't need Kawhi to score 40 to beat them. Is my point. We got to be able to maintain them on the defensive end. That's it.
So how do you
but let me,
maintain
but
them with two? Well, how do you
Because
maintain them with a
because
non-defensive backcourt?
Because when you think about it, I'm gonna answer that. But when you think about it, when we played those guys in that bubble, Kawhi Leonard wasn't going off for 50 points every those first 4 games. He had good games, but he wasn't going off for 40, 50. He was doing his average 25, 28 points per game. We were just beating them because we were getting stopped. So to answer your question, how do we beat them? Is that what you said?
No. So my point is that whether you play it offensively or deep, what I'm trying to say, this is a coaching issue because you're not only not outscoring them, but you also have a backcourt that could not stop anybody. And the person that you should be starting, you're refusing to start, which is Terrence Mann. And every time we play the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray's a guy that goes off on us more than Nikola Jokic.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's our front court can't stop anybody.
I think it's Jamal Murray, man. He killed
oh
us in the
yeah, nah,
bubble, and Reggie Jackson killed us last night.
Well, Jamal
yeah,
Murray
nah,
hasn't
bro.
played, so come on, man. Listen, here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it. I watched this whole. I watched every Clipper Nuggets game. I'm sure you guys probably have too, right? I'm saying this. When I watch them, it's a clear issue, and I don't think people are. They're seeing other stuff, but they got to see what the root of the issue is. The root of the issue is not Jamal Murray. It's not Reggie Jackson. The issue is when we are in close games like we were last night or against the Denver Nuggets. What did they do to get in that game? Get back in that game.
Attack the
Aaron
basket.
Gordon was the X factor. What did he do? He got an easy layup to the rim by force, which means he bullied his way to the basket. He also got a baseline dunk, and then he got a tip in because we didn't have a body on him. These are very fixable things you can do, but you got to have personnel. Aaron Gordon is a guy that you have to pay attention to because Jokic wasn't cooking like that. Those other guys weren't really cooking. Michael Porter hit a 3 at the top of the key, but Aaron Gordon in that last minute or 2 minutes of the game, he had like 6 points, and then he had a 3 to end the quarter. So he literally got cooking to end the third, and then the fourth quarter he scored like 8 points.
That is a role player,
KCP
but
really didn't do nothing. He
but
didn't
that's
really
not
do nothing last night.
But
that is
here's the
true.
thing: those are momentum changers, though, BJ. When the game is tied, when the game is 102 to 98, and then Aaron Gordon gets a easy dunk, and then he comes back and then ties it with a layup just based off of a tip in. Those are normal things that he does. We're not boxing out. We're like that. That's an easy rebound that we can get. But guess what? We got guys who aren't putting a body on them. We got guys who are sleeping on defense. So it's
And
just
also, too, that
simple
lineup was
stuff
small
like
That,
that.
too.
but how do you expect that with offensive minded? This is my point. You don't have enough. He puts offense over defense. He's putting all these offensive minded players on the court, and you expect them to do all these defensive things. That's not how it works.
But
We
that's why I
have
say it's a
defensive guys on it.
combination of coach.
We have a defensive team mixed in, but if you're not playing them, that's why it becomes more of a coaching problem.
But that's why I say it's a combination of coaching and personnel. You have to have the personnel to beat them. And for example, Zubac isn't playing for what reason? Why is Zubac not? Why did Zubac get set down with 4 fouls? Can someone tell
Coaching,
me why he didn't play?
coaching.
No, no,
It's
no.
Yeah,
coaching.
coaching.
No. When I say I'm not saying coaching, I'm saying what in the game allows Ty Lue to say, you know what, we need to play small, even though this is one of the biggest teams in the league, and I don't trust Zubac. Why did we not
He got
trust Zubac?
scared. He got scared because he felt Zubac was going to foul out. There is really no answer for it.
But that's not an excuse because he didn't play him most of the fourth quarter though. 4
That's
fouls,
why
and
I
we
agree
had
with
3
you.
minutes left. So
I agree
here's my
with you.
point.
That's I agree with you. But
Yeah,
that's
and
the
I agree. And all
problem.
I'm saying is that you play Zubac regardless because he's an extra body to tip. He literally that size would have made a difference at the rim for Zubac, right? Because now once Jokic or whoever shot that shot, Zubac is now running back to the rim. Now Aaron Gordon is going to collide with him, which is an extra body. So even if they both, are right there, you still have somebody who has size who can contest his tip in, but you don't. Aaron Gordon had an open tip in. It was an easy tip in because he's the biggest guy on the court outside of Jokic. So it's just personnel, bro. It's just done. And then he takes out PJ Tucker, who was actually guarding Jokic pretty well at that 3-minute mark. And then you take
So
PJ Tucker out.
you're saying we have the personnel, so we have the guys to do it, but you're saying pretty much what I'm saying, that Ty Lue is getting in the way of these guys doing their job. That's why I'm playing
I don't think. Here's the thing. I'm saying that we got players who could potentially play defense, but I'm saying in order to beat this team, we need an athletic 4 who can defend. That's what we need. So when you say person, I'm saying I still think we need another 4 who can defend, which we don't have. PJ Tucker, he's not gonna play that 4. We threw him at the 5. It's just confusing because I'm not sure how many minutes these guys are playing. But if you ask me just right now, straightforward, do we have enough? I think we don't have enough to beat Denver in a 7-game series because of that matchup problem. I think we still need to go out and get another legit 4 who can defend. With another 4, it alleviates Kawhi and PG from having to go out and guard Aaron Gordon, right? Because those guys aren't. He's bigger than them. He's just bigger than them. So
I think Jamal Murray is more. I think what you're saying. I think it is what we need to stop Jamal over Aaron Gordon. I think Jamal is the person that gets
Jamal
them
Murray's
going
not
in the
that
first.
impactful against us.
Bro, what?
He's not that big of a. If anything, Jokic is the number one thing that
Bro,
we
hell
struggle with.
no,
Jamal
hell
Murray,
no,
bro. Jamal Murray
hell
is
no.
not but he's not the X factor for them. BJ.
He.
I'm trying to
I
tell
think
you,
he
bro.
is.
I'm trying
I
to tell
think
you.
he is. I
No, I
think
mean
he is.
he will be the X factor with if you got Westbrook or Harden guarding him, he gonna be the X factor for
And
sure.
that's the point.
Who's that? Who you talking about? Jamal Murray?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like
So here's
if
my question. So why did we lose without Jamal Murray? Is my question.
That's one game. He killed
No.
us for a whole. Hold on. He killed us for a whole series in that bubble. It wasn't Nikola Jokic. It was
I'm
Jamal
not
Murray.
Okay. So let me
They're
ask you
not
this:
winning the whole
How
series
many? Okay,
without
so how
Jamal
many?
Murray.
How many times did we play Denver last year? Was it 3 times? I believe.
4.
Yes,
now we
4
played them
times.
4 times, lost all
So
four.
We always play
All
on 4.
4.
so we
But,
always
but
play
I
in
think most
4
of our
because
team
it's
was
the
hurt that
West's
time
rival,
though.
right? So no, keep talking. I'm just doing some research. Go ahead.
Yeah, for that Denver series from last year, we were mostly hurt. That was last year was the year that Zubac put up 30, right?
Yeah.
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 So he put up 30 on them, but still, the game was nipped and tucked. And the thing about it is, like Jamal Murray, yes and no, because he runs hot and cold. Like he'll have those nights where he's killing, and he have other nights where he's just not. Like, so yes, he's an X factor, but I do low key agree with Aaron Gordon because let's be real, Denver really was a middle of the pack team until they got Aaron Gordon. And when they got Aaron Gordon, they shot up.
So let me ask you this question. So when Aaron Gordon was with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray was out, where was Denver the last 2 postseasons?
I think they were top, but didn't they get bounced out early against Lakers?
They got swept. They got swept against the Phoenix Suns, and they got beat. That's two. In the context is Jamal Murray wasn't there.
It's not just Jamal Murray.
Aaron Gordon wasn't there.
They were missing Michael Porter Jr. too.
That was only for one series. The series they got.
Play.
No, the series against Phoenix he played. The series against Golden State he didn't play, and they still got beat 4-1. Aaron Gordon was there.
Hold on. So in 2021, that year that they lost, right?
Michael Porter Jr. was playing.
Okay, so Michael Porter Jr. played in 2021, and he played in 2022.
No, 2022 he didn't play, but the series he played they got swept. That series after that, the next year they got beat 4-1. Aaron Gordon was there both series. Jamal Murray didn't play. He comes back last year. They get to the finals and they win it all. His first season. Aaron Gordon is a good player and he does good things, but let's not get it twisted. Without Jamal Murray, that system is falling apart.
Yeah, but also too, and we all know hoops is the thing is matchups, right? It depends on who you play in the first round, right? Like again, you talking about Phoenix at that time. I mean, shoot, Phoenix seemed like they can do no wrong at that period of time after the year after the bubble. Like they felt like they were just on a roll, and there probably were some matchup nightmares there too. And then I think with Golden State is the matchup nightmare, period, because again, there's so much ball movement, and they're kind of one of those teams that knows what they're doing. So just to be, just to play devil's advocate, but I got to look at the rosters at that point in time.
But the only thing that the common denominator is Jamal Murray wasn't there. He comes back the next year, and they get a championship.
Yeah, but let's be real.
That is the common denominator.
I agree, BJ. Yes, Jamal does play a big part, in this team winning. Of course, like I say, in the playoffs, yes, they would need Jamal there.
He's the closer of that team.
BJ, all I'm saying, and all I've been saying, I don't think we can beat them. Now, I don't care. Now, however you want to say why we can't beat them or why we not beating them, I don't care. All I'm saying is we not going to beat them due to whatever you say. It can be the coach. It can be, he's not putting the right line. Man, if we don't blow this team out, I do not trust us in close games against this team because, like I said earlier, this team in fourth quarter hardly makes any mistakes. It's like, man, it's like they just go on win mode. They go on win mode in that fourth quarter.
So it's a coaching thing for you.
Yeah, as presently constructed, we can't beat them.
It's coaching. I think it's the mental part of it because like I said, BJ, man, I'm getting ready to take a shot. I'm thinking like, damn, man, we got this game. I'm thinking I'm finna come. Hey, BJ, I'm thinking I'm gonna come tonight. I'm thinking I'm gonna come tonight and say, shit, give my damn respect. I was gonna hit you with the LeBron. I want my damn respect.
Nah, man. When he was small, I knew it was over.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. So it's like, man, I just don't trust us against this team in the playoffs. I don't trust us.
And I agree with you, man, because honestly, I feel like Denver has the most well-rounded starting five in the entire league, in my opinion. 1 through 5.
Right. They don't stand out. They just fit. That's how they roll. They have a role. Man.
So I'm looking and I'm looking at this team. You could say Jamal Murray, who has impact, which is cool. To me, I mean, Jokic and him and Michael Porter Jr. trio offensively is like top efficiency in the league. Dated back to last year. But even if Jamal Murray does his thing, like I said, I noticed that even if those guys are cooking, I'm telling you right now, BJ, you're I don't know if you're maybe ignoring the fact that size difference and what he presents to these teams, because Aaron Gordon is a matchup problem, bro. And I'm not talking like we know he wasn't no superstar or none of this, but just as a role player and him being 6'9" with the athleticism that he has, that is a problem for a Clipper-built team because we don't have anyone to guard that. That's my point. So it's tough, right? Jamal Murray's going to do his thing regardless. He's going to get you his 21 against us, whatever. He averages 21 against the Clippers, right? Jokic is going to average what he averages. But that difference, I'm telling you, bro, because you could throw a Kawhi on Jamal Murray for a couple possessions. You may have a PJ Tucker or a Paul George who you could throw on Jokic. Jokic he's just not going to be stopped. It's those other two guys, bro. That's my concern. Aaron Gordon and MPJ.
I agree.
Because you got to look at who's going to be guarding those. And those guys, like when Michael Porter Jr. is cooking, he's cooking. Like, it's just he's 6'9", bro. What is he, 6'10"? I mean, those guys' height alone, bro, it's just difficult to guard when they're moving. That's all.
I agree. I agree with you, man. 100%.
So how many of those games that with Aaron Gordon scoring them points is when Kawhi and Paul George are both playing?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hold on, say that one more time.
You said he's averaging 20-something points, right? Against the Clippers.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
of them
So
games when Kawhi and Paul George are playing?
how many of those games did we play? So
If
that was the
Kawhi and Paul George are playing,
so last year we played them 4 times. That's what he averaged. So however many games they played. I don't know how many games they
they
played.
missed Kawhi and Paul George. I know PG missed a couple of those games, and I'm pretty sure Kawhi missed the game in those. So I'm
And
pretty
in those
sure
games, both
good.
of them were out.
Yeah, but hold on. But that doesn't hold on. But still, I'm not gonna take away what he averages against us. You're saying I'm not like even Kawhi and PJ playing, or even him and Kawhi
He's not
playing.
averaging that full series,
Jamal
bro.
Murray is still
Yeah,
a
yeah,
And
yeah.
he
he's
is
still
not
a
averaging
Kawhi
at a
can
full
guard
series.
Gordon, man.
he's still
Kawhi can
He's
guard
bro.
Gordon.
not averaging at a full series,
Hold
bro.
on, hold on. I didn't say Gordon. I said Jamal Murray. That's what Jamal Murray averages.
No. I know what Jamal. I just said that's what Aaron Gordon averaged.
No. I didn't bring up Aaron Gordon's averages. When I said 21 points, that's Jamal Murray
Oh yeah,
average.
Jamal. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
say Jamal. As far as against when he plays us,
yeah. You guys
he's
misinterpret what
a
I said.
problem.
I said Jamal Murray. He averages 21, which is what he's going to average regardless, right? What I'm saying is that Aaron Gordon. I'm not looking at his points. I don't care what he averages for points. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his impact around the rim, his ability to rebound, because he cleans the glass, by the way. He's a glass cleaner. Paul George, at playing that 4 position, because if we're going to play small, he most likely will be the 4, him or Kawhi. They don't average enough rebounds. They don't clean the glass enough at that 4 for me. Westbrook is our second best rebounder at 7.1 rebounds a game. Like, we need those guys to play more on the boards, right? So all I'm saying is that against Denver, that's my biggest concern. Because in close games, I'm looking at who's on the boards, right? Who's getting easy tip ins, who's getting to the foul line. That's what you got to do. That's how you gotta gauge these teams. It's not about the first 3 quarters. It's about the last 10 minutes of the game. I'm looking at how those guys defend and how they clean the glass.
And
I think the system.
PG ass ain't even jumping for a rebound because he didn't last night.
Yeah, he's averaging 4.5 rebounds right now.
He don't
Five
even
rebounds.
fucking jump for a rebound, man. Like
He's
you say,
averaging 5.5 rebounds right now.
Kobe Jordan, I agree with you, man. Aaron Gordon is something else, man.
But see, here's the thing, guys. This is a close thing. This is a fix. It's not a hard fix because our offensive firepower can beat Denver. It's the fact that in close games, guys, like we gotta be able to defend them and keep them off the glass. That's my only concern.
So you got to put the personnel to do that, though.
And that's what I
If he's
told you.
not
We have to
putting,
use the
if he's
personnel.
not putting, if he's not putting it in, then we can sit here all day and say he's not
Well,
putting
and
it
that's
in.
why they're trying to go out and get Daniel Tice. One, because Daniel Tice, because Plumlee's out for 2 months, and here's the thing, Daniel, I keep calling him Daniel Tice, but Daniel Tice. When I watched him this summer, one thing he does do well is he actually can put. He's really good at pick and pop, so he can shoot that free throw 15-foot jumper, and defensively he gets to the boards, so he's gonna get on the rebounds. That's one thing I do know about him when I watched him in the Germany team. He destroyed Jaren Jackson on them boards this summer. So stuff like that'll help, but I just gotta see it, man. I can't trust it until I see it. Ty Lue, it don't matter if we got the team and the personnel. It's still up to him to make the right adjustments,
That's
bro.
why I'm putting it all on his ass.
Facts,
That is
facts,
all. That's
facts.
why I'm putting. That's why I'm putting it on him. Like, bro, you just said it. We have it, but it's up to him to put. Like, why the fuck is it up to him to put it in?
Because
It's
he's a
supposed
coach.
to help
He's a
us win.
coach, BJ. That's why.
No, I'm saying that's why I'm putting it on him. I'm not putting it on no combination of the players. No, like you just said it. He's the one not doing it
Yeah, but hold on,
because
BJ. But
he's
BJ.
valuing offense over
But
defense.
regardless of what you're saying, it's not 100% his fault because at the end of the day, Paul George and those guys have to still do their jobs, bro.
They did their job last
No,
night.
Paul George
Paul
did not
George.
rebound.
Hold on.
Paul George did not
No,
rebound.
no. Paul George. Oh, that whole team was trying to win that game last night.
Okay, but hold on. When you
We're
say
not.
win,
That was not on the players last
we're
night.
not questioning their desire to win. I'm talking about did they do what they needed to do to win? Those are two different things. Desire and actual results are two different things. I keep saying it, bro. Go listen to. I didn't, bro. You know what's crazy? One of my cousins sent me a link because I was talking to him about the same stuff about Paul George and them dudes not rebounding like they should. If we're gonna play small ball, they got to rebound, right? So this dude sent me a clip of somebody saying the same thing I'm saying today, bro. And I didn't even know that. But other people are agreeing that if you're gonna play small ball, T. Lou, your small ball has to be big enough to beat those teams that can play big. Like, we can't just play small ball against everybody. Like, that's not how it works.
Hey,
So,
Kobe, real
But
quick.
the PG had what 35. He controlled the offensive side, but you're asking him to rebound, and you're asking him to do that part. Everybody has a job to do. It wasn't just him. Kawhi didn't rebound. PJ Tucker, he played a pretty good job on Jokic defensively, but Ty Lue, like you asked, why did he take Zubac out? What play was that
hey,
they drew?
so
They drew at the end. They drew at the end that Paul George shot that bad shot.
cool. I get that. So Kawhi Leonard, I believe in college, didn't they say bored man gets paid or something like that? Wasn't that his slogan?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
he played 38 minutes and this dude had 2 rebounds. Like, that's a problem, bro. Like, that's just a clear problem to me, because when we
that's
play
horrible.
small, you can't, like, 2 rebounds. That's
That's
just
horrible.
unacceptable.
Yeah.
No, I'm that for
That's
real. Like,
horrible.
that's just unacceptable, because
That's
against a
horrible.
team like that, and I guarantee you, most of his minutes came at the 3 and 4 position last night or the other night, because Paul George was, I can't remember if he played the 3. He plays. They both, bro. They were swapping their minutes. I can't remember that most of them dudes. Paul George and Kawhi both played the 4 against Denver. I do know that. I don't know how many minutes they played at the 4, but having 2 rebounds, come on, bro.
Was
I don't
Kawhi
really,
guarding Harden?
I don't really trust Kawhi at the 4, really.
Nah. Hey, Kobe,
Was
real
Kawhi?
quick though. I was gonna
Kawhi was
say though, with the small ball squads though, because I don't even think we have the personnel really to do a small ball squad.
Yeah,
We're too
That's
slow.
what
I
I'm
don't.
saying. We
We're too
don't.
I
slow
don't
to
trust
small
that
ball.
shit anyway.
But
Because
here's the
Kawhi,
thing.
if you
Go
gotta
ahead.
look at it though, right? Most small ball squads, they're younger, they're faster, they're gonna run you. We don't run. We have too many ISO players, so it really takes the purpose of the small ball team out of what
But
its purpose is, which is
But
to
here's
get
the
it
but
done
here's the
quick.
difference though. Why do teams that actually go, the ones that are successful that do it? Why? Because I can point out every small ball team that's been successful, and I can tell you how it's been effective and how they able to compensate for other things. If you go back to that 2000 Suns team, right, when they was playing guys like Channing Frye at the 5 and guys like Joe Johnson at the 4 and Sean Marion at the 3, right?
Mhm.
So those teams, when they play small, the reason why they can still play small is, number one, they can play at a faster pace and they can get those guys open shots, in which gives them enough offensive firepower to get leads, right? And then they had individual defenders like Sean Marion who did all the dirty work. They still had guys like Rajah Bell who could still guard other guards. And then Channing Frye was still a good rebounder in his prime. So you gotta still be able to do those other things if you're gonna do small. What we're trying to do, we're just trying to go small and just play offense.
Mhm.
Yep, and that's not gonna work.
Exactly.
But
And
defense,
Golden State to me is the best small ball team ever, in my opinion, because not only did they have the greatest shooters, but in their prime, this team was so perfectly put together, bro. They had a guy in Klay Thompson who relieved pressure from Steph on other offensive players. So now your best shooter doesn't have to guard the best player, and then you got big wings. Harrison Barnes is a big wing. Right, Iguodala, he's a really good. Even if he's not extremely big, his defense makes up for it.
He's
And
a
then
smart player.
Draymond Green, his ability to guard bigs and then still not get killed on the boards and then push the pace, bro. That was the best small ball team. But everybody thinks they can do that. No, we don't have a Draymond Green right now who can still defend all of these positions and then push the pace and do the dirty work. For us, we would consider him Terrence Mann, but Terrence Mann, we don't play him enough with that starting unit in order for us to see it. And to me, he's not as good of a defender as Draymond, and he can't guard centers like Draymond can. So then you look at it and say, well, damn, how do we play small ball successfully? This team, to be honest with you, bro, they shouldn't play small ball. They should just play normal. Kawhi at the 3, Paul George at the 4, or I'm sorry, Paul George at the 2, whoever our point guard is, and at that 4 position, we need a guy who can do the dirty work, who can maybe be a stretch 4, who can do the little work, right? He can probably still shoot, and then we need a guy who can just clean glass.
Sound
That's
like
how
we had that
I
last year.
think we could split. I think we could have played small ball when we had Batum And Rocco, like the small ball is not meant for small guards. It's supposed to be for wings, which we had. And when we had Terrence Mann in that lineup, then it ran very smoothly and perfectly.
But
Now that you got rid of Rocco, now that you got rid of Batum, small ball is not as effective as it
I'm
was just
telling you,
before
bro.
those moves.
Just look at the formula of small ball team. Even if you go to Don Nelson's small ball team that beat, remember they beat Dallas in '07, I believe,
Yeah.
bro. The reason why those teams can win is because Steven Jackson was averaging 9-10 rebounds a game. Matt Barnes was averaging 8 rebounds a game, bro. They still had guys. And then here's the thing: Steven Jackson was a good post defender. So then he could stop your big. He can then get the ball, rebound, and he could push it. He could bring it up the court. He'll kick it out to Jay Rich or he'll kick it to Baron Davis. And those guys are fast, unstoppable in the fast break. Jay Rich and B Davis in the fast break. So they had so much offense, and their defense wasn't compromised to the point where they couldn't do it. If you know what I'm saying. So you gotta be. It's a balance, bro. And right now, this Clipper team they're trying to go heavy offense, and then hopefully they get stops. That's not gonna work, bro. You can't do that.
I
Those
don't know
guys
why
have
they
to
feel
contest.
like they can just outscore people. I don't
I
know
don't
why they
know.
feel like that.
BJ,
I don't know
I,
why.
I
Go
said
ahead.
that the other day. I said it seemed like the losers banking on our scoring team. The way
Yeah,
I
because
don't
we
know
got the
why he feel
personnel
like
to do
that.
it. Yeah, we got the personnel to do it. It's just that we don't have no sets to give them easier shots. We
Nah,
got
man, it's not
everybody
even.
in that starting five can score. It's the fact that you don't put up set. You don't have a set where hey, I can get you an easier shot. Like, yeah, you're gonna have those stagnant times because again, the last 3 seasons, look at his offense with them. They always start slow, or there's always a quarter every game. There's always a quarter, usually third quarter, where they just get killed. They can't score nothing. They get killed on the defensive end too, and that's a coaching issue. Right, we understand shots won't drop, but like, okay, yeah, you're gonna keep shooting threes, but yo, you've been killing it. Nobody can stop you in the lane. Get to
He
the line,
said,
get to the paint.
salute, BJ. Can Tice play the 4 when Plumlee comes back or a loss? Yeah, I mean, Tice is a 4, definitely a certified 4.
yeah,
That's for sure.
I was definitely thinking that too when I seen that. Saying
It's
what was the
interesting though,
plan?
man. Like I like seeing how. And bro, I'm gonna be on BJ. I've been watching every team, bro. So I'm peeping what every team is doing, what their schemes is. Like it's some talented teams going on, right? It's some stuff going on right now. I'm gonna just tell you, like,
Yeah,
I'm
You
gonna just
know,
say that in the East, it's some teams that's gonna be upset in the East. I'm gonna just say that.
for
you know
sure.
what's so crazy too, man?
What's up?
We losing games. And like I said, I just seen what Draymond about to be suspended for 5 games.
Right.
Curry out. So it's
I was
like
laughing.
we
Yeah,
losing games, and it's like Golden State, man, they can lose the next 5 games. Because I'm looking at the teams they got to face: OKC, the Kings, the Suns. They may lose a good 4 of them next 5 games.
It's crazy, bro.
they're
It's
gonna
And
struggle.
crazy,
it's
man.
like, and it's crazy. Before the season, we was talking about where we should be in these first 20 games. And ain't nobody come on here and say we gonna be 3-7. We
But
gonna be
but see, that's what happens though, bro. When you don't have a plan, by default, you're gonna fail. Like you gotta have a plan. You gotta have structure. Bro, you gotta commit. Like this team, this clip. I'm gonna be honest with you, BJ, and I'm gonna be out of here, right? The teams
Good.
that have success in this league, you got to have a combination of everything. You don't got to be perfect. Like you don't have to be a perfect constructed team for everything to work. That's not how it works, right? You just got to have an identity of how you're going to play. Whatever team I believe has the best chemistry and has their identity locked in, they typically go further in the playoffs, right? I've seen it happen, right? As an example, that Dallas team who's the number 1 seed. They were a better team. It's just that the matchup and the chemistry and the actual personnel was able to beat them, right? Because they played their way and they mastered their way of playing. Like you gotta figure that out, but it's tough. When you got so many egos and guys not knowing what their role is, and it's not just coaching though, it's front office stuff. Cause think about it too, BJ, right? Ty Lue even if he is making adjustments, right? Or even if he isn't playing certain guys, right? I tend to believe, I think Lawrence Frank has a lot to say too, and I think he has his hand in the pot more than what we are willing to say. Like I think he's interested in who gets minutes and who plays. I believe he's not. I do believe those guys want, you know what I'm saying, have stuff to say. Jerry West, it's too many voices. There's too many people in the kitchen. I just sense it, BJ. I sense that it's not just Ty Lue. It's other people who want stuff to happen their way too. And I don't know if that's gonna work. So
Yeah, you look at the standings right now. Um, yeah, just like last year. West is wide open.
Pelicans, man, T Wolves is to me gonna be a top 4 seed, I believe, this year if they stay healthy.
Rockets,
Just
Rockets
some
gonna be in the
playoff stuff.
play-in.
Rockets is gonna drop, I believe, but they do have a good team.
Shit, we looking like the Lakers did last year.
And then they made the Western Conference Finals, right? That's crazy.
Right. That's what I'm like. What the hell? We just flipped it.
Yeah,
But
and
no,
then
though, we got to win. What we got? The Rockets. We got the Spurs. The next two after the Rockets. Man, yeah, man.
We got the
Yeah.
Thunder. We got the Nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. We'll see, man. What do y'all? Let me ask y'all one more thing. With Westbrook and Harden, do you think that can work? Like,
No.
it's just like, what do y'all think, man? Westbrook and
No,
Harden
What
no, no.
together?
It can't work. It cannot
on
work
the court
together.
together. I'm not saying on a
Oh
team. I'm just
no,
saying on the court together.
no,
No,
no.
man,
I
hell
don't think
no.
it. I don't think it's gonna work. And I do agree with T. Lue putting in Harden at the end of the game. Yes, you do not want Russ in,
Yeah, I trust Harden more.
especially in no close game. No, you don't want him.
And the
You
reason
know.
why it's like Westbrook is a gift and a curse because him saving, getting offensive rebounds, and getting the
Yeah,
second opportunities, it helps us. But at
yeah,
the end of the day, you just gotta, and this is why I say you have to just choose how you're gonna play and deal with it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you can't,
yeah.
and this is how it like it's bro. I'm putting myself in Ty Lue's shoes, and I'm actually saying it's tough. It's tough because how do you make that decision? Like, do you say, man, we're already a bad rebounding team.
All
Westbrook
right,
can only help on the boards,
right.
but if we put him in, he could potentially turn it over to lose the game.
Like he did against the
Or,
Lakers.
So it's
or,
almost like you got to
or,
put a leash on him, BJ.
or
Yeah,
Kobe Jordan, or Kobe Jordan.
Harden. Go
Wait a
ahead.
minute. Or blow a damn layup because he landed the damn ball up too hard.
Bro, this is the
Oh,
hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the
No.
hardest team to coach because you have to figure out so many things to go well without us having the right personnel to actually beat some of these teams because we're already. So it's like, bro, it's nigga, if Ty Lue wins, if he figures this out, bro, he is gonna get the biggest extension of his
hey,
life.
wait a minute, BJ. Russ be blowing the layup, and then he be looking like, "What the fuck happened?"
Bro, he blowing
Yeah.
layups. Bro,
Yeah,
did
I
you
swear
see
he's
loving
Paul?
somebody
and
Hold on,
hating
else's
at
hold
the
on.
rebound
same
This is
too.
time.
so bad, bro. Did you see Paul George with the wedgie for the buzzer beater?
I'm like, "What the? I'm like, what the?"
Bro, I ain't never seen that.
Russ, Russ be, Russ be looking shocked as hell. Like, what the? Like, yes, man.
I know that's
You
wild though. Russ is
you
wild. He's
be
funny, bro.
like, man, like, man, you can't lay the damn ball off the backboard, man, for a layup. Like,
Especially
Hey,
this is
bro,
going at
he
100
he
miles an hour.
listen. He was tapping the ball on the ground. He turned it over, but he was just like so. But like, bro, he was dribbling up the court, and the whole time he's dribbling, I'm like, he's about to turn it over. He's about to
That's
turn
one
it
day.
over.
Really, did I just say that? I just
yeah,
said
that's
that. I was like that's why I want Harden on the court. I want
But
Harden on
bro,
the court.
bro,
Terrence Mann. Harden and Terrence
this
Mann.
dude, Russell West, and I listen. I'm not bashing. I'm not gonna call him Westbrook all of that, but I'm
Yes,
gonna
you
just
are.
say this, bro. This dude Westbrook, you gotta play him, but you can't play him in the end of games, which is gonna make him feel a certain way. Which I don't care how he feels, nigga. We did you a favor by bringing you
right.
over here, so you gonna have to do what we need you to do. My issue is once we play the final lineup of James Harden, Paul George, and what's the name, and Kawhi. And bro, if you can find a way to get a big power forward who can defend and another shooter in that lineup, or I'm sorry, another shooter, bro, it's gonna be hard to beat that lineup because I've seen some things, BJ, on the offensive end, late in games,
Mm-hmm.
where if Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden is in the game, bro, and then you add another defender with them, a guy who can like get on the boards, that lineup has potential, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have defenders on the court no matter what. Defenders and
So
rebounders.
You know who would have been a perfect pick would have been Robert Williams.
he's too injury prone though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
Hell
saying
no.
he's saying that he does exactly what you
You know,
what you're talking
bro,
about.
you know who would be a good fit if he was healthy for this Clipper team? Bro,
Who?
I'm gonna tell you the perfect fit at that 4 position for the Clippers, bro. And he don't cost that much money. I don't think he's in like the 15, 20 millions. You correct me if I'm wrong. But the boy from Orlando that was injured,
Jonathan Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac,
Oh
with
yeah.
his length and his ability to like spread the floor and defend in the fast break and transition, bro, he would be a great fit. I was thinking Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt can't shoot. So, but yeah, I think a dude like Jonathan Isaac. What y'all think? Y'all think he would work?
Yeah, he cool.
Yeah,
I
the
like
thing is,
OG Anunoby. I like that. I think OG Anunoby and Pascal and Alex Caruso, they're gonna be on somebody's team this year.
yeah.
Oh, Pascal's perfect. It's just he costs too much money. That's all.
Yeah. And
I like
too.
OG. I'll take OG then.
But I think Isaac is that because he's 6'9", 6'10", but he could defend though. His defense is elite when he's healthy, bro. So and he can
Right.
shoot. So
Yeah, man.
but anyway,
you know what,
man,
we
I'm out
might
of here.
have some of those players on our squad because we got Kobe, we got what's his name? Kobe Brown.
Yeah, Kobe Brown. Yep.
Yeah, Kobe Brown, and we got Jordan. And those are
Miller.
big defenders as well. Like I seen Kobe Brown. He got
They
And
young,
Musa.
though. They young.
they
and
young,
Musa.
but, you know, again, it goes with that development, right? Hey, how can I keep you ready if you don't give you no type of run?
I get you. I understand.
Sometimes you got to go out there and say, you know what? Hey, this ain't working. Let me go ahead and be just bold enough to try it. Like
That's what Mike Malone said. He said literally you gotta play your young players. That's how you keep your starters fresh, bro. Like any championship coach knows that, except this blockhead ass nigga Ty Lue.
Yeah, and on top of that too, it keeps your it teaches your young folks the game because you know it's coming at a faster pace. But also too, it keeps the confidence. Look at Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have the young boys come in,
Yeah.
and then their young
It's a
boys
balance, bro. It's a balance, and it's just like.
But see, as a coach, that's your job.
No,
like,
it's
you got
true.
no other job to do. That's your job.
You know what I think, Ty Lue? I think Ty Lue. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just gonna say I think Ty Lue. I think in his mind, like his mindset is because I listen to him a lot. He doesn't answer a lot of questions directly. He's kind of like a jokester, but he's very lighthearted, light spirit, which could be good for your team, right? But the other issues that I have is that I wish he had a little bit more air exposure in him, which is like I can't ask for that because it's like they're two different people. But air exposure, the reason why I say that is because air exposure, if his starters are playing bad, he will play those 5 guys off the bench for the whole time, and those guys consistently get leads back, and he trusts those fifth. He trusts those young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really trusts those young guys.
Yep.
Right.
And they put trust in air exposure from the front office, not just based off of his championships, but his coaching like philosophy. Like he believes, like, I don't care who you are, you gotta play hard for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And Ty Lue, it's almost like we think like it's stars, we got our best players, they gonna handle business. But no, hold them dudes accountable in these moments and throw in those young dudes and let them ball out.
True.
And it's like I don't know. It's hard to put in context, but I just wish we had more like we had more of a culture to where it was just put in context. Like we want to play hard no matter what. It ain't about your name. It ain't about your ego. Just play hard. Teams that play hard like that, they typically it's hard to beat them because the chemistry and there's no egos. So
Kawhi didn't talk to the media last game.
No, you didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, T. Ludo, he come from that doc tree. Like again, it's just like this is my system. You know, you better make the system work. And granted, he's a little bit more vocal on the floor than Doc was, but at the end of the day, he's so I guess proud where he's like, hey, let me go ahead and just like throw this out the window and see what works. I mean, look at Nick Nurse that got him that championship. He threw some unconventional shit out there, and would help him
I
get it.
love Nick Nurse, man.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'm a big
Yeah,
fan of Nick Nurse.
I
Love Nick
think
Nurse.
Ty Lue want to win his way.
that's it. I truly
Yeah, I
believe
think,
so.
and see, and that's why I'm like, when motherfucker was saying, when Ticket was saying, oh, Lou was on the bench with Doc, why didn't he, tell Doc? Certain coach want to win their way, man.
But see, y'all gotta understand personnel, and y'all gotta be socially aware, understanding these guys' characters. Like these guys are passive. Ty Lue's passive aggressive. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Eric Spoelstra is way more direct. Greg Pop, these
Yeah.
other coaches are way more direct as far
Yeah.
as it. This is, and see, when you say my way, what do you mean my way? Like, what is Ty Lue's way of coaching? What is Doc Rivers' way of coaching? Can somebody tell me what is their way of coaching? Like, what do they do that makes them who they are? Like,
Offensive
what is it?
minded, offensive
Right.
minded.
Yeah.
They want to use. He allows too much shit to go too far before
And
making an adjustment,
then he
Yeah.
sticks with his vets only.
and it gets them in bad situations. How many times have we had to come back from huge leads off of bad lineups and after bad rotations? It happens, and then really says something important. It never really goes our way.
It don't go our way.
Hmm. I just
Like you
don't
say,
understand
he
how
That
can
is a
make
fact.
how is
adjustment.
that a formula of winning though? Like how does that translate to win? Because what I noticed with this Clippers 10-year, even with Doc his last 3-4 years, these guys they were down. Like Doc Rivers, for some reason, to me and him and Ty Lue are different as far as their offense. Maybe because Ty Lue he always starts down in games and then he comes back. Doc Rivers used to start big in games and then lose leads. So it's just
Yeah.
like that was the difference. But I was asking, like, do they have an offensive system, or are they just experimenting throughout the game and seeing what works and what don't work?
I don't think they're experimenting. I think they have a basic offensive set that I've seen. If you like watching Doc's sets and his sets,
Uh huh.
they look very similar. Like honestly, it's
Okay.
just more or less, hey, they come at the high post, switch off, kind of make you move from there, and then kind of go into ISO instead of like, hey, let me get a little ball movement going.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone else involved, so that make my shots easier. So
So here's my really quick my analysis on what I see. Doc Rivers 2 years with Paul George and Kawhi, they ran a triangle with a lot of a lot of elbow post ups for Kawhi, and then they used Paul George as almost like not a slasher, but like a runner. He was almost like a Richard Hamilton, and there was limited ISOs. Like he would get ISOs here and there, but not as much as with Ty Lue. With Ty Lue, it's almost like these guys it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth
your turn,
ISO.
my turn.
With Doc Rivers, it was like they had Marcus Morris in always at the corner, and then they had Kawhi at the elbow in the post up, and then they used Paul George as like a Klay Thompson, and then they also used guys like JaMychal Green as a stretch forward. They used guys like who else? And then they did a lot of pick and roll with Rondo, and so it was just like they felt like he had more of an offensive system, where Ty Lue was more of a high pick and roll and more ISO.
Yeah, but you know what?
And
Last
and
year,
also too, Kobe Jordan. This damn team is easy to guard, man.
Oh, easy, yeah, way easier, way easy. It's super
Yeah.
easy to guard the Clippers. Like I told people that
Yes.
a year ago.
Yes. This team is easy to guard.
That's why bro. My issue it's been their offense. Even going back to last year, BJ, I've only been complaining about their offense. Their defense, it depends on their personnel, but their defense is going to keep them in close games when they're playing it. The issue is that when you play against teams like Denver, you just got to have size. You got to have personnel. So it's just like simple. But here's the
You
issue
know
that I
who
keep
else?
saying. Go ahead.
You know who else I think should be getting some minutes. So even though it's kind of tough to get him in there, I think Amir Coffey would be a good piece to have against Denver too.
Nah, he
Dude,
ain't gonna get that.
6'7".
He
I'm
ain't.
saying, I'm telling you what I think he should. Like the
Okay.
pick, like you know what I'm saying. Like I think he's
Right.
a valuable, serviceable small forward for this team. He's 6'7". He can slash. He's athletic. He's strong. He's lefty.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna give the minutes over Norman Powell.
Yeah, it's sad, man, because I think this team's too talented to not have a system. But one thing I did was encouraged by is like I was right, bro. PJ Tucker is way better as a useful piece than Marcus Morris is for us, bro. I'm just from what I seen yesterday or the day before, bro. This dude, not only is he gonna defend and get under you, he's gonna hit his shots. He's consistent at hitting those corner shots, bro. Like that's the difference. He's willing to play defense. Marcus Morris, regardless, y'all say he was injured. Regardless, I think PJ is a better defender. That's my opinion. So, but yeah, I think that was a better pickup for us.
Hey, group, I got a quick
Yeah,
question.
I think we're going. I think we're going. If he stays around, and that really depends on how we looking going to the trading deadline. I think he'd be a big piece in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, we need to keep him. We need to keep him, bro. His toughness alone, we need to keep him.
Right. Hey, group, I got a quick question for y'all real quick. Would y'all pull kind of like what Cleveland did when they said with David Blatt, David Blatt, and then they fired him and, move Tyronn up? Would you do something like that this early just to sit here and say, you know what?
And bring in who?
Your bench. You got what's his name?
Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw.
Nah, man. Brian Shaw is the mirror image of Ty Lue. They're the same
Yeah.
person, bro.
Shoot. The one that we let go to go to Golden State, was it Aitman?
Yeah, he's over there. That's his boy. Steve Kerr is his boy. He's not going nowhere. And I think they just gave him an extension. If I don't.
Somebody said Dwayne Casey.
Nope. See, here's the thing, bro. The type of coach that here's what I'm gonna tell y'all, and the type of coach that these two guys need, because really it's Kawhi and PG who need that extra more. But here's what I'm saying: the type of coach that this team needs is an Ime Udoka type coach, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gone.
Ime Udoka. Listen. The difference between him and Ty Lue is night and day, and I'm gonna tell you how. Ime Udoka, even when he was a player, right? He was get up under you. He wasn't the best role player, but he would get up under you. He was aggressive. He was physical. The thing is, as a coach, he gonna get up under you, bro. He gonna talk that shit, bro. He gonna really talk that shit, like for real, bro. Like,
but shit, that was Ty Lue too as a player. That's what's so confusing. Ty Lue was the same way as a player. He was aggressive. He would get up in you. He was irritating. And from what I understand,
Ty Lue was a good defender, though.
He was a shit talker too.
Really?
That's what's weird.
I saw him as a shit talker.
When he played Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson said, "I'm about to, you've been under me all day," and then Ty Lue responded back.
Oh yeah, I mean, AI was cussing it. AI was saying some crazy shit to him. But yeah, of course. But I'm talking about your character, your personality. I don't think that's Ty Lue ain't finna cuss Kawhi out. He ain't finna do that. Ime Udoka, he was yelling at Jaylen Brown, bro. He was getting up underneath him, bro. During a practice, they said this dude was going like he was yelling, getting up under them, like a little, like, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to get this shit right.
I heard Ty Lue did that to LeBron
He more
too.
like your homeboy. He more like your friend that you go have drinks with. That's the type of person he is.
Yeah, because I think he told LeBron to shut up or something like that.
Show him to shut the fuck up. Like I've seen LeBron. I've seen Ty Lue get ignorant, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. He's not Ime, but
Ime is another level though. Yeah.
He ain't Ime. He's like I said, yeah, he's a player's coach. That's what Ty Lue is.
And then when you look at Ime, bro, he looked like a killer, bro. Like you could tell he on the sideline and he wants to win, and he gonna do what he needs. He's almost like Eric Spoelstra, bro. Like them two, they are extremely competitive and they gonna do whatever it takes, bro. Like that's why I'm telling you, I've been watching this Houston Rockets team, bro. He got them dudes playing, bro. Like they're gonna be a good team in the next year or two. Like he really got them dudes balling, bro. Jalen Green is way more aggressive now. He's getting to the free throw line, bro. Like Jeff Green as a vet with Fred VanVleet, those two pieces, they made that team tough instantly, bro.
I have them going to the play-in at least. I have them going to the play-in.
They'll be a play-in team.
Didn't they beat Denver? Didn't they beat Denver?
Beat Denver.
Yep.
Yeah, they beat Denver.
I ain't surprised.
Jayshawn Tate got the steal on Michael Porter Jr. last second of the game, and he's a dog, bro. Like all of them, and that's what happens when your coach. I believe this is my opinion. Whatever your coach is, that transfers to the players. If you are more like an aggressive dog, because you look at it. If you're an aggressive coach, think about it. All the teams that are super tough nosed, they got an aggressive coach.
Yeah,
let me ask y'all this: Do y'all think Kawhi think this is a winning team?
I
Even
do.
though we know what he said, you got to go through the motion. Everybody got to, work it out, adjust to each other. But
Mm,
deep down inside, do you really think Kawhi think, yes, we can win a championship?
I don't
I
know what he
think
believes, but go ahead, BJ.
I think Kawhi's a smart player. See, I think a lot of the reason why he don't say nothing, like I think I was asking myself, like, why don't he just tell Tyloo like what he want? Well, Kawhi from the Spurs in Toronto, he had high IQ coaches. I don't think Tyloo's a high IQ coach. So it's kind of new for him, all this right here. He usually just comes to, the court comes to work and he does his job and then that's it. Now you having to tell the coach, I want you to do it like this, do it like that. So I think they have the talent, but I don't think he believes Tyloo. I think he's starting to have questions about Tyloo.
I'm gonna
That's what
say
I truly
this.
believe.
I think that regardless of what what Kawhi Leonard believes, I think this is all on the organization. Kawhi is gonna feed off the people around him. He's gonna feed off the team's energy. He's gonna feed off whatever. He's gonna be himself, but it's not gonna translate as it should into a success because you still have to have the organization have a culture of winning. Like even though he won in Toronto, right? That team was a really good team already before him. We know that. They had guys who played their role really good. They had some of the best role players, right? They
Mhm.
had guys who stepped up in big moments, and they had a coach who was putting the team first before individuals, right? Like
Right.
Nick Nurse is one of them guys where he wants the team to win and he wants these guys to be on the same page. It ain't no egos. He don't care about no egos. He ain't with that. Same what he said with James Harden. They won him, but without him, we still gonna be us. And this team hasn't lost a game. So it's like you gotta have an aura and a culture that exists with that. But as far as Kawhi, I don't even think of it. I don't even look at it like that, Derillis, because regardless of what he believes, it's up to this team, bro. The team gotta put the best pieces around him. And that's
But
just
look,
what it
but
is.
but
Like,
Kobe Jordan, according to reports, and we didn't hear him say it, but he
yeah.
said the reason why he didn't resign back to Toronto because he felt like he didn't think the team can repeat.
I mean
Now,
that he could say that, but
me
I mean
personally, I just
he
think he just wanted to go home.
yeah, that's what I think. I mean, that team would have
Right,
been right there in the Eastern Conference again because that East
right.
is
That's what
weak,
I'm
bro.
saying. Yeah, right.
Like, hold on.
So,
So you telling me hold on? You're telling me a confident Fred VanVleet would have passed out the next year
right,
with Serge Ibaka? All they would have had to did was go out and they had OG who got better. All they would have
right,
had to did is probably go out and get another center because Mark Gasol
right.
was kind of retiring at that time. He was out the league. But bro, that team
Hmm.
was still gonna be right there. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, my thing is this, bro. I don't know what Kawhi believes. Don't really care. I mean, he already stated this team isn't a smart team. I've already been saying that. But I must say, y'all gonna listen. I think the biggest issue is Lawrence Frank, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why real quick. I think Lawrence Frank is one of those guys because I heard stories about him and Blake Griffin, and he's just passive aggressive. Like he don't really. He's kind of like a tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll see something. Okay, let's get it done. He works his ass off. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But the thing is like, what are you trying to do? Like, what you? It's like you're building two different teams. You drafted young good players, but then you don't play them. You go out and make all of these trades. You get executive of the year, all of this stuff. But I'm trying to figure out what type of team is he trying to create. Are you trying to create a team that plays like what are you trying to do? That's what I want to know in that front office, bro. Because it's like they're almost trying to create two different teams. They'll go out and get Zubac, or they'll go out and get PJ Tucker and all of these guys like Daniel Tice, but they might not play him. So it's like, bro, what type of team are you trying to build? That's my issue.
But as a GM, does that set like a bad precedent? Like if you stepping in all the time, for,
It
speak on
does.
the coaches
It
like,
does
yo,
because I think that like the GMs have a very specific role. Their role is to build the best team possible, right? For you to win, and then your coach is the one who's gonna be able to put it all together, right? But you got to give him something, and then you can't like try to tell him how to do his job, though. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah, because
I
I heard
feel
rumors
like
of that last
Lawrence Frank,
year.
huh?
I heard rumors of that last year. How
Well,
they
but I
were.
know that for a fact because I've been watching Lawrence Frank his whole career. I know how he was when he was with Boston, when he was with Doc Rivers. So I seen him. I saw how he acted on the bench. Like, bro, I've seen him. Didn't him and Jason Kidd get into it, right? In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, they
like,
did.
bro, everywhere he's went, he's always tried to like impose his way because he was an assistant for Doc. And I seen those two going back at it years ago. And then I seen him and Jason Kidd get into it. So he's always got into it with his coaches because he wants to win so bad that he sometimes he tries to do too much. And I think he just got to play his role. But that's just one factor. Lawrence Frank, I'm not saying he's just an extreme bad GM, but I just think he tries to impose his will too much on what's going on the court, and just instead of building the right team for your coach. So, and Ty Lue, he got to be more aggressive, bro. Like, I just don't like how passive he is, bro. He's too soft for me. He's too passive.
It's fun.
It's more soft to say stars. Yeah, stars.
How bad we lose. I haven't heard you're not gonna make the playoffs. So what do you think?
You cutting out, really? You breaking up, really?
But like I say, bro, I just respect certain coaches. Like, if you look at New York, look at Tom Thibodeau. He's an aggressive coach. Them dudes, their offense ain't even that good, right?
No,
But
he
they're
just coach
defenders. They get on the boards. If you look at who's another aggressive coach, Eric Spoelstra with Miami. They got to me. They're the doggest team in the league, right? Them dudes can in any night they could beat you. And in any playoff series, I don't want to play against them.
No matter what the roster is.
No matter what the roster is, because I know and see that's their culture though.
You don't want Tibbs for this team as a coach. You don't want Tibbs coaching this team.
Nah,
I get it. He runs his players in the world.
Hey, PJ.
Hell no. Nah, man.
Outside of the because like again picking up Ty Lue and like those things like when we picked them up I was like, yeah, this is kind of weird. It's kind of like we just go into the same. We picking up from the same bucket. We ain't trying nothing new. We ain't trying to see hey what's out there. And granted, there's not that many great coaches, but it's like you gotta have a scouting team. You gotta have somebody watching these players.
Right. And there's not no one way to coach. Like Mike D'Antoni is one of the greatest coaches of all time, and he don't play no defense. But what he does, he masters at it though. He's a master at it.
Yeah.
Don Nelson was a master at small ball. You know what I'm saying? Like what was the coach for the Rockets in the 90s? Rudy, what's his name? Rudy, something Tomjanovich or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Tomjanovich, yeah.
He was one of the best motivators from what I've heard. Like top motivator. He know how to talk to certain players. He knew about every player. He knew how to talk to certain guys. He knew their families. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a culture thing, bro. Like I'm not in the league, but when I hear these dudes talk, I know what winning formulas look like. Go listen to PJ Tucker. He talked about it on the podcast. He was like, listen, bro, and I'm ending with this because I gotta go, but he ended with this. He said he went overseas, all of this stuff, right? And you know what he said? He said going overseas taught him a winning mentality. And he also said that in the NBA, these dudes in these locker rooms, bro, they don't even know each other. They don't know their family. They don't know what they like. They don't know what they don't like. They just it's like a 9 to 5 is just a job for them. He said overseas, these dudes, they hung out. They knew each other's kids. They hung out. And I'm not saying every NBA team does this, but it's a lot of dudes who come in and is like, okay, I'm here. I'm about to do my job, and that's it. And he said that when it comes to winning, you got to touch your teammates, bro. You got to have that connection. You got to know about your player. Because if you don't know him, when you go in the trenches with him, I ain't finna go to war for you. And that's what he said, bro. And
but too, overseas, isn't their coaching a little bit tougher? Like, it's
extremely tough. In the gap, the pay wage is completely different. Like
that culture is totally different.
It's totally different overseas. Like it teaches you how to win. Like you got to commit.
It's more like college. It's more like a college system.
That's what he said. He said it has a culture of like a college environment. And it's just like the dudes, like this is their livelihood. Like they take this serious. So it's like you gotta be willing to take it serious, and they gotta trust you. Like it's deep. Them dudes got a real connection, man. And it's like it's sacrifice. It's everything. It ain't no egos like we want to, like it is in the NBA. These dudes been marketed since they was in middle school, and I get it, culturally, but it's just different, bro. Like That's why PJ is huge because he's beyond basketball. Like he ain't even the best player. It's just his imprint on the game and him knowing how to play his role. Like he look. This dude's only been on championship teams. Like for the most part, like he knows how to win. And
It's just his age is a question. That's the only thing that's a question is his
bro,
age.
his age, whatever, that's cool. But in limited minutes, which he's gonna play, he can be impactful.
See, I don't think his age is going to impact, but just because of his game, right? Because again, he's not running up and down, right? It's not Houston. He's banging with you down low. So if you give me like 10 minutes of just, yo, I need you to just make the game as muddy as possible, that could work.
That's the thing, though. Ty Lue is trying to use him more than that. He's trying to give his man like close to 20. I'm like, that is too much minutes for that dude, man.
Nah, he needs 10 minutes.
30. Yeah, like 10 minutes, I'm cool with that. Like around 10 minutes, I'm cool with that.
And I'm not even talking about every game. I'm talking about like certain matchups. Like you playing against AD. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need you in 10 minutes. I don't care how many fouls you get. You just gonna rough him up a little bit. You know?
Damn, y'all got me worried about Friday night's game. Shit.
You should.
Yeah. Friday's gonna be a fight, man.
I don't think it's gonna be a toilet. I don't think it's gonna be a dumpster fire. I think before the before All-Star break, I think we're gonna start seeing a different team. But it's just I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And again, it's just kind of the things I've always had my issues with. Again, rotations, adjustments, like that game we're talking about, that was a winnable game. There's no real reason why we should have lost that game. But
what game was that? What game you talking about?
Denver game.
Oh.
Denver game. And for some reason, too, like again,
the one you took a shower with and thought we won. Really.
Hell yeah.
Right? No, even like the Dallas games, right? Yeah. We always getting cooked in Dallas games, but then it's just like, cool, we take it, we don't take it serious until we have to. Like,
and that's another problem too. We wait too damn late to take things. What'd you tell the Riz we played down?
We played down to our competition, man. And I'm not saying, of course, Denver, not down, it's not less than us, but I just feel like that, like I say, the teams, like, okay, even Houston. Yeah, they what? They number 4? They the 4th seed, 5th seed?
4th seed.
But let's be honest. Who's the better team?
The Clippers, easy.
We the better team. So it shouldn't be no close game. We should come in. Man, we gotta win, man. We gotta win.
This is the thing about those teams.
We gotta win.
They don't know that they're not supposed to be winning.
I'm laughing, BJ. I'm laughing at it, but it's not funny. Because it is sad that we're not winning games we should be winning. But like you say, man, this Houston, the Spurs, we should be. And I get it. And like I say, it's good to see Kawhi mad. Because he should be mad. Because this don't look good. This don't look good. And like I say, yeah, Ty Lue, man, Ty Lue came out and said, we got to play fast. We got to start off game fast. How the hell you want to start off fast when you got Harden starting the game?
That's the thing. What the hell are you talking about?
And, it's funny because if I'm a reporter, that would be the question I would ask. I would ask you, what the fuck? Well, I mean, and like you say, what do it matter? And I get it, man. And like Kobe Jordan said, I do think the organization thinking, hey, we paying this player this much, he need to start. Or this is a high profile player, he got to start. So yeah, I do. Like I say, the Clippers, man, we looking lost out here. We looking lost.
Yeah, because our coach looking lost. The extension of the coach.
Real tough. Like I said, everybody got a little fault to it, but mainly it's on the coach's lap.
Hell yeah.
And like you say, PG. And it's like, man, but I will say this, BJ. If Kawhi don't return after this season, I can honestly see Golden State grabbing him.
100%.
I can see Golden State making some moves, doing whatever they can. Because while people want to talk about Kawhi, this and that, Kawhi, man, the Lakers would take Kawhi. The Suns would take Kawhi. Denver, Dallas, every team would take this guy who trying to compete for a championship. Would take Kawhi. So,
hey, quick question: what's the GM from Golden State that left?
Bob Myers.
Yeah.
Do you think we snatch him up next year with a big paycheck?
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I do it and say, like I said, just lay waste to everybody. Everybody got to go. Bob Myers, just your team. Pick it. You pick your coach. Pick everybody you want. And like I said, I'm willing to go through a couple of rough years.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm just being real. I'm okay with like I'm just like
been rough enough.
I mean, the most fun I've had though, especially right before the Kawhi PG era, was that Shea, that Shea Lou, Montrez era, Pat Bev era. That was the era that was fun. Yeah, we weren't competing, but every night, we was going to give our effort.
But see, that's what makes it fun, though, because you're not going to win nothing. You're not banking on winning no championship.
But you see the development, though. Like, I've enjoyed watching Thunder games, and I'm talking about when they were losing. I enjoyed it because you saw the development. It's like, okay, man, once they get get in here, oh shit,
Right.
So I'm okay with the grind of it, and like I said, I think I understand why we had to get PG and we had to make all those trades to get PG. But still, like, was the truth really worth the squeeze? Like, if we had just waited like a year or two, especially with knowing that the Golden State era is about to drop, I would have rolled with it because we would have sat on.
Yeah, because we need to get Kawhi over here, and that's Paul George is the way to get. I don't have nothing against PG. Like, as a second option, like, I mean, you can't really get better than that.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? If you would have sold it, especially with Jerry Weston thing, say, "Yo, Kawhi, come here. I know you want us to trade to go get a player, but you have talent coming up the next year. I promise you, we're gonna get you somebody. And matter of fact, because you're not gonna really play this year because you're hurt, you can take this year just to kind of rest, get your body right, do what you got to do. We got an up and coming star in Shea. Now we're gonna go ahead and get you we're gonna get you a number 2, and we're gonna take over the league. And again, I love PG, I do. But again, if you just like convince them, just give me a year. If you give me 2 years, I don't get you nobody. Go ahead and do what you want to do. I'll trade you to whatever team you want.
Gotcha.
But I'm saying that's as a GM, that's how you're supposed to talk to them, develop that relationship. Say, look, I promise you, I'm gonna get you some. If I don't get you somebody by next year, I will trade you to whatever team you want. No questions asked. I don't even care what assets we're getting back.
Oh, hell no.
But I'm saying, you gotta make that.
Hell no.
But no,
they're not doing that shit.
But you know what I'm saying, right? You gotta kind of sell it for it. Look,
man, you ain't that don't sound business wise. I mean, on their end, that sound like some business BS. But
if you're not giving up anything to get them, right? So like, this is being real. So if I didn't have to trade no pieces to get him, I'm signing him straight up off the street, right? Okay, cool. I give you, like I said, I give you a 2 2+1.
Right, I get where you coming from.
Yeah, year 1, year 2.
Yeah.
What team you want to go through, man? I'm gonna do the best I can to at least get a decent package for you, and then we'll clean house. Do what we got to do. But at the same time, now you kept your pieces.
Kawhi has be on the Lakers right now. Then if they would have came with him with that bullshit.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. But again, you would have had Shea. You would have had you would have had players that you couldn't roll with for a while. And I think honestly, if you played with that team for the first year, he would have been like, "Oh yeah, I'm staying."
Before I get out of here, man, do you think the turnaround would start Friday night, man? Do y'all think the turnaround?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah,
it has to.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah.
For a few reasons, because number one, Kawhi's mad. I mean, the fact that the man just left the locker room without saying anything. I kind of piggyback off what that dude, I think his name was Skill, said. Like, I think you're going to get a more aggressive Kawhi. It's going to matter how everybody falls behind him. I think that Harden is finding his offensive groove. See, I think Harden serves a big purpose for us, actually. Now that I'm watching him more, our offense in the half court looks better than what Westbrook does it, man.
Yeah.
And I trust him with the ball in his hands.
Okay.
But
So
Houston,
without this
go ahead.
trade, BJ, do you think we would have? I know you don't think we'd be under 500 if we didn't make this trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we would have stick with the guys kept the guys we had before this Harden trade, do you think we could have won?
I would
Want to
think.
get
I think we would have won New York. The Knicks. I think we would have won Brooklyn, and I think we would have lost Denver.
What about Dallas?
Dallas is tricky. I honestly think we would have lost Denver because Dallas because we always seem to play down to them. We always seem to play down to them. So I honestly think it would have just been we would have taken care of Knicks, we would have taken care of Brooklyn, and we would have lost next too. So I think we would have been at 500.
I mean, my whole thing is Ty Lue said, okay, I go off 10 games. I'm going to do a 10 game run. But my thing is, why not change it? You know what I'm saying? Because we see how it looked 5 games with Harden starting. Why not just say, let me? Because like I say, man, you can't tell me the organization don't hear and see what people saying. You got to bench one of these players. See, that's why I feel like Ty Lue want to do it his way, man.
Yeah.
And he want to do it his way, hoping, praying it works.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, just bench one of them and see, okay, does it make a difference? Because he already know how he want to end. He know how he want to end that game if it's a close game. He don't trust Russ, right? He's showing it. I can't. That's why they got Harden, and I agree with him. Yes, hey Russ, you got to sit out, man. You got to take one for the team. I agree with him on that. But it's like you say, we can't afford to doing all these comebacks, man.
Yeah, we throwing games.
Trying to get, we can't do that, man. Trying to make a run to get back into games in the third, and it's like I say, I mean, man, if we can't beat Denver without their second best player, man, like what the fuck? Now we got one more crack at it because, like I say, Jamal ain't gonna be back until like he playing the rest of this month. We got one more crack at it.
But is that me? But one more crack, but that you might get with Joker playing a better game because remember he didn't play that great of a game.
That's another one. But shit, look at the fouls. Look, I mean, how many fouls? 14.
It was lopsided. They was not giving us
what the
nothing.
hell.
We can buy nothing. We can borrow nothing.
Like I say, man, I just, man, like homie said in the chat earlier, I just want to win, man. Hey, BJ, if Steve Barber got to pay off the ref, man, I just want
to win.
I just want to win.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
I'm tired. I'm tired of getting notifications, man, from Ticket TV. I'm tired of this shit, man.
You put that shit right after the game. Once that buzzer hits 0, here comes Ticket with that bullshit video. Kawhi Leonard does it again.
No, the game don't have to be over. And you know what, BJ? I just want one time where, because he already got it set up, right? The game. I just want one time where he, LA Stripper blow another game, but we actually win that game. So he got to go and delete the damn, I
He said he already got set
but no, though, man. But no, though, like I said, man, it's bad. Like I say, like I say, man, you got to joke, you got to laugh about it. Cause like I say, man, I'm not gonna take it to heart. Like I say, what the I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it. It's just basketball, but no, I'm ready for us to start winning. Cause like I say, look how the media are talking about the Clippers now.
Oh shit.
You see what I'm saying? Look how they talking about
next. 0-5 with Harden.
right.
All that's like it always starts with 0-5 with Harden. Not 0-5. The Clippers are 3-7. It's 0-5 with Harden.
Look how they talking about us every day. Ain't that something? Every day.
Yeah.
We ain't getting no national TV play.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not. Outside last night.
Outside
last night.
Ministry, you ain't hear nothing about us.
Bro, if we was winning games, then nobody would be saying a word, man.
Not even.
Right. And then what's so crazy, BJ? We was talking about how, man, we're gonna go under the radar. But now us losing and the media talking about it, you put it just like I said, man, you can tell BJ and other homie that's on your name, you can tell they wanted that game last night. They wanted that game, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching it and they rolling, man, PG going off. I'm just nodding. I'm like, man, we finally about to get it. We finally about to break this, man. I don't care if we don't have I don't care. But we finally about to break it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, damn, get out that shower. Like, what the fuck just happened, man?
Right.
Hey, BJ, you know how you be like, damn, I should never left. You know that psychological bullshit.
Yeah, if I was around, we probably would have won.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I don't be leaving the room when we playing. I don't leave the room. Cause my anxiety goes up. I'll be like, nah, I can't stop watching this shit.
Something gonna happen.
And I've been trying to listen to it on like my app, the audio. I can't do that shit. Like you gotta watch with my eyes, man. I can't be listening to the game.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, you gotta see it. Yeah. Now though, we hopefully, man. Hopefully we can start, man, winning. Like I said, man, if we can take these next 3 games, and that OKC, we got OKC after the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we can take these next 3, man. OKC may be a toss up because they playing good. Well, shit, the Rockets playing good too, and the Rockets playing good, but. Yeah, BJ, man. Hopefully we can do it.
Man.
All right, BJ, man.
The realest side.
All right, man.
All right, y'all. All right, so that concludes tonight's show, man. All people inside the chat box, 42 people, man, hit the like button as y'all come in. Hit that Cash App if you guys enjoyed the show right there. $ BJ Matthews is the Cash App. Send your love to the content. For the content, we do this work for y'all. We make sure to make good content, quality videos for y'all, man. So continue to support. And also, if you guys have not gotten your membership badges, get your membership badges today. Membership badges are available on the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. All the perks that we give out to y'all, man. It's a good time for y'all to get the membership badges. If you guys have not become members, check them out. Check out the perks and see what you like and get yourself a badge, man. Very affordable, very cheap. So we make sure to set it up for y'all to make sure y'all have all the perks that y'all need possible. But until next time, we respectfully say pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swim well.
You like that.
Woo!